Hello everybody and welcome into the Gopherwatch League Season 3 Grand Finals between the number 2 seeded Gaming Golems and the number 4 seeded Wakanda BBQs. I'll be your playback caster Booney, and alongside me today will be Fedora. And Fedora, we have got one hell of a way to finish off this season. It has been chaotic to say the least, but we're finally here. We finally made it to the end. The final stretch is upon us.
Indeed we are. We have two teams that kind of have the opposite ends of the regular season. Golems started off a bit rough, but then as the season went on, especially after their pickup of the Lucio player Frog, kind of just started dominating the league, whereas the BBQs, kind of good showing at the start, a little bit mixed bag, but then their playoff run has been quite good in the end. So it's going to be interesting to see how these teams, as far as momentum, will carry them in this game.
I would definitely agree the playoff run has been spectacular. Now we're still waiting for teams to come in and join us, but we will go into the casters. Hello, you can finally see us again for the first time in over a season, I think. The last game was the semifinals that had caster cams, so we're finally back, and we're all ready to go. We're finally going to get our players in here, and our first map, I believe, should be Ilios, if I'm not mistaken, but I could be entirely wrong, as usual. Let's see, make sure we get everybody in here.
If I'm not mistaken, since the Golems are a higher seed, so they should get the map pick, right?
The Golems will pick the first map and will most likely be Ilios. It has been Ilios, I believe, every time for them, so...
Yeah, because I feel like, even though that kind of does play in pretty well to Mikey's Pharah, at least for Well and what's the Lighthouse, right? Those two kind of play into that Pharah a bit, but you definitely don't want to take them to Li Jane, because you've seen them just roll people with that, as we have called it in the past, the Bog comp.
The Bog.
A pocketed Pharah, the Ana just chilling in the back line, and the Hog and Ball just tearing it up. So it's going to be interesting to see what types of ideas as far as comps they have coming into Ilios, if that's where they do indeed go.
Now, of course, this isn't exactly the most spectacular debut of this, but while we're getting everybody in the lobby, we might as well show it. It is going to be player cams are finally in the league. We can finally see all of our beautiful players' faces once they all load in here. Of course, bang! There they are. And a little bit of a spoiler for the lineups there as well. But we finally got around to it.
Definitely Charlie's.
Charlie's
it's very great. I was looking at, like, while you're setting everything up, and I got a few really good screen caps of it. Like, oh my goodness, looking like an SCP.
Matthew goes in now. Potato there, Uber there, and we swap these two, and I think we actually are all set up now. So now we just need to wait for that map choice of the Gaming Golems, which of course, as we assume, is going to be Ilios for the first map. And yeah, that should be exciting. But we displayed that, so we can go back to our caster cams. Of course, Fedora is in the void for a couple seconds until he pops back into existence. There he is. It's always scary to go in that void. So yes,
it's so dark. I can't see anything.
It is going to be Ilios for our first map. Not a surprise at all. Frog, so good at that Lucio. And surprisingly, despite playing that more brawly style for the Gaming Golems, they really like playing Ilios, which isn't exactly the best for brawl, but it gets Frog on that Lucio. On Well, on Lighthouse.
Funny map.
That's where you want to be.
Funny map.
So once
we get the funny, yo. Can we do a channel prediction to see if he gets any of the funny spawn camp boop on Well? Can we get a prediction for that?
Do we have a mod somewhere? Because
do we have a mod to do that?
I think we do. Oh my, I have an ad on my Twitch. Okay, but
let's go.
We will have to see where exactly you want to go in. I don't know what I'm saying exactly there. Okay, so Gaming Golems are R, BBQs not R yet. They are still analyzing, getting ready, preparing themselves. Of course, Frog gives the R for them, so we're going to hop right back in. No, but what are your predictions here for this, Fedora? I think in previous seasons of intramurals, there have been some unbalanced teams that have come into the finals and kind of dominated. But this match seems to be very, very close between both these teams. BBQ's 2 Mat 5 victories to get here over the number 1 seeded Bendigo Bilbies. And the Gaming Golems, a very just steady performance of the playoffs, getting here in about 4 maps each time. So both teams looking very strong heading in here. Should be very close.
I think right now, at least from my point of view, the Golems have the edge in the team playing coordination because they've been playing that rush very soundly with Rusty on the main comms as far as I know, and Charlie able to add in some comms every now and then. But on the other hand, you have BBQs, you have Mikey, you have BBQ himself, and Whalefish. I'm pretty sure BBQs have quite the edge over mechanics, but it's kind of a battle to see will the team play of the Golems be able to outpace the mechanics of the BBQs. That's
Is a
kind of
good
the story I'm
question.
seeing.
And here we go. We are finally ours, so we are going to be heading right into our first map of Control Ilios of this best of 7, first to 4 finals match to see who will take home the Corey Wales Trophy for Season 3. And we are going to be starting out here on Ruins. So, not exactly the map you want to see if you're the Gaming Golems because you don't get Frog on that boot potential, but you do have, I guess, just again that it plays better into your brawl comp on this map, especially because that point is so kind of closed off to sightlines, with Widow being nerfed, of course. Much to your excitement, I know.
Yeah, and I mean another thing you have to keep in mind is that there's not really a sniper on either team as far as Widow, but you do have two Hanzo players. You have Whalefish and you have Charlie Hardchar. So I'm gonna be curious to see how the Hanzo duo will end up on this.
I'm curious as well, and I mean, Mikey's not going to stick onto this Doomfist. I certainly don't believe so, but unless he is kind of sticking on it right now, he's going to be punching out on it. So we are going to be seeing a Mikey Doomfist to start off here.
I think they're going. I think they're gonna try and just go off picks here, trying to get a quick pick with the Doom Punch.
Maybe not exactly respecting, but Zawardo falls early to Potato, and Hardchar Logchuck's going to come right in. And of course, we do have an unlucky DC that will have to wait till the team fight to be over.
Right as it starts too.
Yeah, right as it starts, losing Real Dog, losing that internet was it's very unfortunate. So I'll have to go back to our caster cams because we got nothing really else to look at. And of course, I just saw their Potato getting that first early pick there. When we look at these comps, there it's a complete mirror aside from the McCree in for the Doomfist, and I mean, Uber only had 18% ultra, so he didn't really put in. It's just, I don't know. How did Zawardo get melted that fast?
Speaking of internet, you kind of just is your internet okay? Because you kind of left the call there for a second, just miraculously reappeared.
I think I'm okay. Rusty's still here, and
okay.
We do have the call for the map reset from the Gaming Golems. They are good to they're good to restart, so we are gonna do that. We are gonna respect that. But while we wait for Real Dog to rejoin, I've really got nothing. Yeah, I mean it's up to Whalefish against Hardchar and Mikey against Uberzek. Really, the tank lines are both super solid. The support lines are both super solid. It's what's DPS can pop off.
Yeah, and something else to keep in mind is that in the spectator slot you don't see Kath, so the flexibility in the comp for the BBQs could be a little bit less with Kath missing, as sometimes he does swap in to play that main tank role for BBQ. So that might be a bit of a yikes. If that
and when BBQ and when Kath comes in, they play that Hog and Ball, the Bog, which they use to beat the best brawl team in the league, I'd say, in the Brendigo Bilbies. It's just the perfect counter with the Mikey Farah putting in the work from above, Justice raining in whatever. Now they'll block it off with that Reinhardt shield. So if you can get that, if you can play that Farah, if you can split, if you can play that Farah, you can get Whalefish on the Hanzo on off angle, distract Rusty, split his attention so he can't just shut down your DPS there, because that's kind of my concern with Mikey playing that Doomfist is you have our Whalefish just being able to be focused on by Rusty, the DM. He's going to be on him. He's not going to let him do anything. And so if you can get 2 DPS on both different angles, kind of split his attention, you could potentially find some more value. So to see what they decided to start off with here. But we're still waiting for Real Dog to rejoin the land of the living. So while that is occurring, we can send it right on over to a map break, and we will be right back once Real Dog rejoins the server. Do not go anywhere. Gopherwatch League Grand Finals is just getting started, literally just getting started, and we'll see you after the break. And welcome back to all the action. Real Dog has returned to the fray, the land of the living. Hopefully he doesn't have any more problems here as moving forward in the series. But once we get the RCTs, we're going to head right back in. It's still going to be Ilios. Maybe not Ruins exactly, but we'll be back on that map. And now, if you're the BBQs, you're feeling a little bit scared because that was probably your best chance of winning a point on Ilios if you're going to get one. So hopefully Real Dog can stay in the game a little bit longer. Both teams are ours, so we're going to head right back in. So all the action right onto Ilios, and we are going to be starting out on Well. So this is where Frog makes his living.
Does he get the funny? That's the question. Does he get the funny?
And Uberzerker, of course, letting the feelings known of the gaming golems. They are very pleased with this map coming up here. The random number generator has landed in their favor. But gonna run that brawl style still, but Frog can, of course, do Frog things now and just boot them all around. And we do have a swap. We actually have Zawardo gonna be on that Hog, and Mikey over to the Pharah. This is probably the comp they want to run most of the day once Kath arrives. Real Dog going over to that Sigma, which isn't exactly a terrible selection, but it'll be a very easy target for the Brawl to run over with a speed boost from Frog.
Yeah, you kind of look at their comp. It's like, if they can catch BBQ out of position, which often he is, and he's not punished for it, because, Hog. He can be a really good rush target if his team can't get to him to help him fast enough.
Could be a very good rush target, but it might be hard to find the damage to take them all down with Hardchar and Uberzerker playing this sort of spammy style, more long-range hit scan, more sniper-oriented comp. But Mikey on the Sky in the Pharah could be absolutely devastating now as they take the cages here. The position for the Gaming Golems isn't too terrible, blocks off Mikey's line of sight, as now here come the Golems looking to do a bit of a wraparound going into the BBQ spawn, but now they're right in the middle of the open. Llama King forced to use the Immortality Field. Very early, but they find Whalefish, so a good start here. Potato swings in, finds two, gets a sleep for his trouble, but it looks like it won't be enough as he's sleeping on the job, but he earned his rest with those kills, and the Gaming Golems yet again looking strong here to start off on Well.
Yeah, the issue here is that the kite ability from the BBQs is not fully there, because you don't really have the ball. You don't have a really great position for your Ana to stand that you can't just be ran at it eventually. Lucio's speed will eventually catch up to you, no matter where you are. So they gotta be aware of that as they try and set up again.
And of course, Frog just spamming that voice line, letting the BBQs know that he's there, and just putting in the fear of God as he begins to look for this rollout. His stat speed boost, a nice early window from Llama King, but Whalefish takes down Hardchar through it. So without that Hanzo spam, it could be difficult, but they find Zawardo. Mikey with two. Potentially turnable here for the BBQs as Mikey gets them all very low, but Frog just barely dodges. Oh, does not matter. Wall right straight into a stray rocket from Mikey. Justice reigns on the Frog, and the BBQs slip it over about 40%.
Yeah, the win condition here is just to stall for time, waiting for either the Hog or either DPS to get a pick, or even just build the ult up as quickly as possible, because there's not going to be a lot of ult charge coming in for a lot of the people on the BBQs.
An early dragon out from Whalefish looks to split off the Brawl, and they get the hook on the Frog over the Well. Very well played there by BBQ. Now Mikey is free to roam around in the back line. Potato lays down the Shatter, knocks down BBQ, but the Nano is there to keep the Hog in this fight. Falling very weak, though, is Zawardo, but gets the healing from his Baptiste, and now has the whole Hog, and he's cooking them all in the corner. That's some fresh BBQ for you. But it's not over just yet, as Hardchar has returned to the fray and got 2 kills, but Mikey's still there. But the ground power against Frog, it does not matter. Mikey takes himself out of this fight, and now Frog is there putting in the damage on a Real Dog. Has that eat? It's Real Dog versus the world that has a Gravitic Flux. Whalefish has to find a headshot, but Frog is putting in the work on the Well. But, without Llama King there with the Baptiste healing, it's going to be very hard. Potato returns to the fray, but Frog flying very weak. Has to retreat. They get Whalefish off the map. Frog is playing so aggressive in the backup, but they have to the point over just as of yet, and Matthew has the wings out. Real Dog returns with the Flux through Riddle Pog play, throws it down the back line, Zawardo gets a kill as well as Mikey. They invest a beat, but it is for nothing. It seems as the BBQs have just prolonged this fight and survived long enough to keep it in their favor, and now it's last fight territory.
Yeah, the timing here, because they stay in that fight. Frog is still finding a bit of value, but the team reset wasn't there. They weren't able to take it to 6, kind of a staggered fight. And then the BBQs are able to get the picks off as they weren't improved to the 6, which is kind of where you see them at their weakest when they're not fully grouped.
Here comes the early window. Nice kill onto Matthew. Gets that healing away from Mikey, but does not matter. Mikey's in your backline. He has Barrage, and it's a 100% chance of precipitation. Justice is in the air. It doesn't matter, though. Frog has found Mikey. A very good pick there from the aggressive Lucio. And a nice anti-potato, but he stays alive. Manages to stay alive. Avoid. Use that shield dance to his full potential, and gets the kill in the end. The revenge. And we have the gaming Golems swapping the point back over in their favor. 50% and counting. Whalefish has swapped back over to Hanzo.
I mean, if you're Sly here, or if you're Mikey, or even Matthew, you're gonna be like, why is it like it feels like there's two divas? Because Frog is just playing like a diva, just contesting the people that Diva normally would.
Such an aggressive fight here, playing this very early. It's gonna be the game. Goblins Wardo gets flashbanged out of the whole hog. No BBQ in the menu today, as now Mikey just has to deal with Frog, but Frog, look at Frog, is just jumping at the Farah. Absolutely zero fear. Rusty Goomba uses that mech for a remech, but gets killed by Mikey on a flank. And now just Frog alone on the point, has a desperate state of life, but there's so much fan damage he has to dodge around this pillar. 75% is going to be the flip over and an Antinade onto Lucio. Gets the boop on a slide. That could be a huge pick, but dies. But Hard Charge and Berserker have returned to the fight. So it's not over just as of yet. BBQ, though, is just guarding this well with his life. Look at, oh, but they get Matthew. Clipped his wings, Berserker with the kill. And here comes a dragon out from Whalefish. Where'd that dragon come from? I thought I heard a dragon.
Flux here, though.
So Wardo gets that hook, and here comes a Flux from Riddle Dog right up in the air and slams it down. But Frog has the beat, hits all 5 remaining members of the gaming Goblins. Oh no, Rusty has returned to the fight and has forced Whalefish out of the fight about the ball, but they flip over 80%. They do had to use a lot of ults to get there, but so did the BBQs.
Yeah, there's not really, the only ult online right now is, there's 2 of them, they're both on the side of the Golems. Just not looking too good for the BBQs for this first point, as the time bank slowly winds down for them.
Mikey makes that desperate stop over onto the Echo Sly onto Lucio. These touches have to be there for him, but there's going to be 0 ultimates to work with. Here comes the slide through from Rusty Goomba. Isolates up BBQ. He gets flashbanged out of the heal yet again and taken down. I would say Berserker has been putting in the work today on the McCree, especially on BBQ's Hog, and now here comes the cleanup kills here for the gaming Golems. And it looks like they take our first point here of well. And despite an early advantage for the BBQs, they cannot capitalize it into a round victory.
Yeah, I mean, if this is a sign about how this series is going to go, we're going to be here for a while.
Yeah, you said it right there, especially with this man coming online. Cathect is now online, so
He's
the bog is now open. But
the bog is online.
We do have to get through this map first, of course, and here we go back onto Ruins. Same comps. It's a gentleman's agreement to play the same compositions.
Yeah, so that means Mikey's still on the Doomfist, once again looking for that pick potential. That quick and easy punch, trying to get either punch back to Ryan to allow them to run them down even faster, or just getting a punch onto maybe Lucio or maybe the Baptiste.
And, I mean, just look at those damage statistics for Frog. 3.8k damage on 1 point of Ilios.
This is literally just what happened on Temple of Anubis against the Gremlins. Frog was literally just redditing and contesting Trey on the far the entire series to his best ability.
Here comes Mikey with that punch. Will dislocate Rusty Goomba, so no peel really for Potato right now. They do take the immortality field other BBQs very early, though, so quick advantage here, but it does seem to matter as Whalefish finds Berserker. So that's a good start there for Whalefish, finds 2.
Reinhardt in the backline.
Yeah, Potato just charged in the backline like an absolute Yada Chad, but it does not matter. Here comes BBQ not to be outdone as a suicidal maniac. Charges right into the enemy team, and they are going to get this point flip here. So it seems if your Diva doesn't disconnect, you have a much better chance of winning the fight.
I mean, both teams kind of disconnected a little bit. The BBQs kind of moved to where Mikey was retreating from, but then Potato and I think it was Frog pushed through past the bridge to get behind him, swung onto Sly, but eventually got Whalefish.
Here comes a nice early window, and the Flame Strike right through it takes down Potato. So a good start here. Llama King also using Mortality for the kid to get there, but Mikey takes Berserker and himself out, gets 2 with 1 punch. What a value! And now here comes Whalefish taking down Frog. This could be a 1v1 he does not want to take very often, as Frog is running around right now. Does it win the 1v1, but
they're pushing aggressively onto the Mega.
Oh, Rusty with a stagger. Can't get the rematch kill he's looking for there as well. So a good fight there for the BBQs. Only 1 ult. They only had to use the window for that win.
No. Why is BBQ up here? What's he looking for? Is he gonna try and flank Shatter? They do have Bomb Shatter if they want to try and do that combo. They also have both DPS ults. There's not much to answer from on the side of the Golems here.
Oh, the 90-degree Shatter! And the Shatter from Potato, the response knocks down 3 members. but does not seem to matter. There's too much follow-up on BBQ Shatter for Potato's counter to matter. And a much more dominant showing here right now by the BBQs on this point here of Ruins, and now Rusty Koopa's gonna get staggered.
Oh no. Run away, Rusty. He's getting... I was gonna say he's getting sped off, but then Frog just kind of swapped to heals, so... Okay.
Well, I mean, you gotta make sure Rusty does not feed over too much ult charge to the ground. To gravity. You know, it's a very big ultimate.
You do not want Mother Nature to use her ultimate.
Planet Earth has used their ultimate ability. Both dragons are exchanged right now. 4 dragons on the field and 1 kill. Frog goes down. Zawardo is just in the back line, just pounding him with a hammer. And Mikey's there follow up. I didn't think Mikey used Meteor Strike the entire round. They did not need the BBQs so dominant at this point of Ilios.
Yeah, and I mean, Rush is the best comp for the Golems, and they did not look... They kind of lost that Rushmere.
They did not look comfortable at all.
Something to keep in mind, especially going into a map that would favor the potatoes. What am I saying? The Golems might just favor the BBQs as well.
Yes, it does favor the potatoes, a very nutritious, starch-enriched snack. And I mean,
I was looking over at the potato, and I'm like, yo, he's the mascot now. I've decided.
Well, I mean, the first team's named, the blue team's named for their main tank. Why not the red team? But it's gonna be the same exact comp on both sides, and you gotta change something up here if you are the Gaming Gums. It did not look good there on Ruins, but they are gonna move out. Autobots are engaging, but high ground control right now gained by Harchar. But Cages now belongs to the BBQs, and that's where you want to be if you're a Brawl composition here. They find Zawardo early, though. Immortality Field's a little bit late there from Sly. Mikey will get the counter pick, but will it be enough as the Immortality Field advantage is still there, and Mikey is stuck in the back line with absolutely zero assistance from his team. You know he's raging in the comms after that one. Rusty Gooba gets that cleanup, and now it takes a high ground control, and now the point flip will be here in favor of the Gums early, unless BBQ has returned to fight the fight Potato. Am I speaking too soon? Rusty Koopa falls very weak.
Too aggressive, and the respawns are there. They don't even get the cap.
Yeah, they don't. Zawardo finds 2. It's not over just yet, but it looks to be heavily in favor of the Whalefish. Gets the kill. And Frog gets that boop on a Matthew, so the Lucio dip is asserted.
Frog is alive.
Yes, it is very winnable if Frog is around, but it looks like Frog has retreated. And by retreat, I mean just not gone into the middle of the enemy team.
He's still above point. He's still there. So that's something to keep in mind for the BBQs. It's like, yo, there's a Lucio on backline. Does that mean that they can push aggressively? Yo, they can push aggressively on this Rhine. Can they do that?
It looks like they haven't noticed it. They're just gonna push the point instead, and knows Frog and Zawardo with a 2-man slam knocks down both tanks here. But Potato still has that slam in the banks, but Whalefish finds 2 with that Dragon Strike. 1 kill for each dragon, and the dragons are satiated for now. And Rusty Koopa yet again staggered. This is the life of a Diva player in 2021.
True. Yo, he was just chasing Sly so hard. He's like, give him on. Oh, now we're seeing some swaps up though. Looks like you're gonna try a little bit of changes. See what they can do with this. Cause they both support outs. They have a shatter. They should have bomb relatively soon, but once again, Mikey can go in hard here and get out with his ults. See if he can get any value from that.
Potato looking to get a big shatter here. Can it potentially be done? Walks forward, but BBQ has the shield up! And it finds nothing but 50 shield damage there. The beat is in for Frog, but it does not save! Potato and Rusty's bomb finds nothing but his own life sent back to spawn. And it looks to be yet again another easy fight win here for the BBQs. And it's last fight territory. Uber Zerker just staggering himself right now on the point, wraithing to safety. But just adds 5 or 10 seconds there to that spawn timer. And look at this aggression from BBQ.
I mean, hey, Whalefish and Frog are just gonna try and go out of here. Whalefish is trying to chase off Frog. I mean, Riddle's also there they're just trying to chase off Frog, so Frog can't get a touch, but he's just moving around. They're a bit distracted here.
BBQ, the jump shatter finds 2, and the follow-up is there from Mikey, and it looked desperate at the beginning, but it's even more desperate now, as the BBQs have taken the first map of Ilios. And that was even without Kath, not even run that bog composition. It's looking kind of scary here for the Gaming Golems.
Looks like they're able to really reset the momentum when they're on Rush. I mean, Rush is traditionally not the hardest composition to run. So you're just like, okay, Reinhardt, run at them. DPS, shoot people. I mean, there's not a lot of nuance in some cases, but I mean, the coordination from the Golems just didn't seem to be able to outmatch the aggression coming in from the BBQs.
I mean, we'll have to see now with the addition of Kath coming in here to the game if we do see more of that Bog style that worked so well for them. Of course, I'm going to invite him. We'll see if he actually wants to join the game. If not, yes, he will. So, what?
He's just going to cast with us instead, you know?
That would be very Bog. The 3-man cast for the finals of Season 3 would be even more amazing. Now, what do you do for the Golems? You kind of got comp diffed on your own comp that you have only ran the entire season, so you are in a bit of a pickle.
I mean, the thing is, can you really, like, change it up this late? You kind of just have to stick in with what you're used to, and you see it's King's Row. They're going to stick to their guns. They're going to stick with the rush and see if they can adapt with their play style rather than their comp.
I mean, is that Frog playing slower, more with the team? Is that, some just swaps on the roles? Or
I think they might have to go, because, I mean, Frog's finding value, right? But I don't know exactly if it's, I'm not a GM Lucio player. I can't see what's going on. But he's getting value with his Reddit-style plays. But his team might be suffering from it, not able to really get the speed all the time. Whereas you see the Lucio on the BBQs kind of sticks with BBQ, allowing him to go super aggro. And without the kite ability of another Lucio, it's kinda not happy for Potato. He's just gonna be swung on and just destroyed.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what you do. It's not like Frog was doing the wrong thing most of the time. He was getting value, distracting the BBQs enough, but at the same time,
he's getting value elsewhere.
It's not with the team,
Yeah,
where the BBQs were getting major value within his own team, he was getting value elsewhere.
Like there's definitely value in what he's doing. Like definitely, if you saw the Temple of Anubis game versus the Gremlins, he was finding a lot of value in that type of playstyle. But
I did see it. I was there.
Yeah, it must have been really annoying to play against. Being like, yo, there's a Lucio on a pharmacy. Can we deal with it? Nope.
Well, I was spectating Temple of Anubis, thank God. But yeah, I mean, it's people might know her from my legendary Diva Diff and then losing the map. Who knows?
Diva Doff.
Diva Doff. As we get my Damas story right back on to be a Boristy Goomba, but both teams are going to be R, so no swaps, which leads me to believe we're seeing more brawl coming out from the BBQs, and I mean they looked pretty damn good on it anyway.
Yeah, it's gonna be a play that is for the Golems to when they adapt. If they're gonna try and be a bit more passive with Frog, or if they want to stick with the aggressive Lucio style, which I mean it still gets value.
Still does get value.
At the time, is it truly worth it just to distract? Because it seemed like the BBQs were able to still tunnel vision, at least with their front line back onto enemy's front line. So just a front line getting run over. But we do see the Genji, the Rush Genji, which was used pretty successfully by the BBQs against the Bilbies.
Well, because it's Mikey. that's all you really need
Mikey,
to know.
But I asked him after, and it was like the reason he did it was so he could just check Khan. He just wanted to go after Khan and shut down Khan. So I'm curious if he's
trying to shut down Frog, maybe?
Is he gonna chase Frog? I mean, if you do that, you just play Torb. You just have a turret. And he has to spend 10 years trying to shoot a turret before he can go in.
We'll have to exactly wait and see what this compositional swap here for the BBQs has in mind for us, as the hotel control is gained here by the Gaming Golems. A little bit of early damage here, though. Advantage for the BBQs, and now Mikey just swings right through, dash right through, gets a kill. And now they're all so low in there. What the Zawardo shatter already? Holy moly, they do take him out in the end, but he's already done the damage. He's already got what he came for.
Mikey's securing that late kill, too. Not much in the ult bank. You should have window here soon, but another thing to keep in mind is that Mikey will not have the blade, or they'll have the nano for his blade if they're trying to use it, and the Golem's looking to go here aggressive as BBQ is still coming back.
Yep, going in aggressive here as they're just swinging through, but an early Immortality Field is forced again from Llama King. Can't really hold on to it, and the window advantage for Sly comes out. Putting in the damage, putting in that healing, Llama King falls. And it's another early fight win here for the BBQs, and one fight, or one ult yet again does it for them.
Yeah, and the more of these fights, the ult bank is getting really good for BBQs, because these fights are going very soundly in their favor. Well, you see a High Noon coming up for Zoni in a window. That's not too much, but you do have the Bomb Shatter almost online as well.
Archer says a High Noon. The Shatter doesn't find anything this time, though. BBQ hits that charge, though, and gets that kill. But top field is in, and Mikey tries to get some with the blade, but finds nothing. The Genji Experience of 2021 yet again. As Mikey gets 0 value with the blade, and a hard charge on the flank finds the Flash Fan onto Whalefish. The blubber has been collected. And the point A has also been taken in favor of the Gaming Golems.
All the lamp use is like, okay, we're gonna burn this quickly and I can get value. But then Charlie's like, I'm just gonna High Noon, and it kind of wastes a lot of the time because Mikey's forced to deflect and focus on where that is rather than looking for the kills, getting all the dash resets.
I mean, we did get that kill as well from Zawardo on a hard charge. So you already know he's screaming over the room divider, MTD. But, I mean, that's a lot of ults used there for the BBQs, and they lose that fight anyway. So building up here for that bank on point B push, this could potentially snowball, especially if Real Dog can't get back in this mech fast. Okay, he already has it. Never mind. I did not look at his numbers when I said that, but
I mean,
look
he also
at
has Bomb here, so the ult advantage is still for the BBQs here if they want to try and take this aggressive. Because only bombs really stop them here.
Here comes the bomb.
On the corner.
Into the back line. Takes out the Immortality, but it also forces beat. So you use both. The Shatter finds nothing from Zawardo there. As I mean, they do win the fight, but they had to use beat and Shatter to take it. And Dragon.
I mean, the thing is, if you don't beat there, that bomb finds it at least 3. Because they're kind of stuck in the open on this corner. And that was a really good beat from them there. But you do have window, and you have a bomb of your own trying to find value here against a Shatter and a Blossom. I'm gonna also pretty soon Charlie falling dangerously low there. Ooh.
Yeah, that headshot from Whalefish was just barely not fully charged. But here comes a Shatter from Potato! It's a huge one, and Uber Zerker into the back line. A special delivery. The Genji Experience 2021.
Mikey's really just like, whenever he gets played, just like, I'm gonna use it because this ult kind of sucks.
Get more value than neutral.
Okay, well, he got 1 kill that time. He did find, I think, Llama King. He's sticking on the Genji though, because I mean, in the mid fight, he is finding a decent amount of value, able to secure these kills. But I mean, Blade.
I mean, Blade into beat and Immortality Field, you weren't going to get anything, but you still forced none of those. So here comes the window out from Llama King as well to take this space, but Potato goes out of the line of sight of his team. Zawardo has yet another Shatter built up here, but gets melted through the window. Here comes the bomb from Real Dog, finds one. Both supports out of the fight here. Now the BBQs look to take it in their favor as Rustaguba is knocked out of the mech, and Uber Zerker just sadly, he might be the Reaper guy and have 2 shotguns, but he can't do anything on his own.
That bomb from Real Dog was really well placed. Just looking at this long, straight street, and then the lamp is already used. So then Llama King's like, oh, well, I'm kind of stuck here. Just sadly just dies because of it. Oh, it's not looking good on either side really. But you do have that Shatter from BBQ. Seeing what he can do. See if he can get a quick Shatter here.
Oh, there it is! It's a big one! And the Shatter, absolutely unsuspecting, is Potato. Drop the spaghetti, drop the french fries, whatever you want to call it since he's a potato, but BBQ putting in the work today on the main tank.
Yeah, I mean, it's BBQ. He hasn't been going for these really aggro, really risky plays thus far. He's just been playing a pretty safe Reinhardt thus far. I'm curious as the series goes on, if they keep up this pace, if we're gonna have to see him do a little bit of trolling.
Might be the case, but a window comes down, but they just walk right past it. They do kill Llama King, but the Shatter finds 3 in the back. From Potato, the bomb could be massive. It's not, but does get some remake damage on the Rostagoomba. Rostagoomba gets some damage on to Real Dog, but it doesn't seem to matter as Whalefish has been blocked off from the remainder of his squadron. And it's going to be a fight win here for the Gaming Golems, but there probably going to be one more fight here for the BBQs unless they get these staggers on Matthew and Mikey.
Once again, those are pretty good ults B to counter the bomb, but the payload also blocked a lot of the LOS, so damage wasn't hit on anyone. So we do see they got Blade. Is it winnable?
I mean, with Blade, you know it isn't. But they find Frog, so no hope of a beat. Berserker with the ultimate. And Potato gets 2 final blows with the Shatter.
Rusty also eats dragons there, so there's only really there's Shatter and Bomb here for them to stop the momentum on third.
And with a minute 45, it's looking pretty rough here. Now we can go into the Golems and see exactly what they're thinking, what they're coming on comms check.
I call it.
We don't have supports. We don't have supports. We don't have respect.
Are we scatting now?
We don't need to poke out or anything.
Scatting. The Rhino is speeding. I got him. Bonk.
Again. Nice.
Help, Uber. Okay,
Lucio.
Bap.
Lucio.
Nice.
Can we push Ryan? Or like at least pressure his shield or something? Yeah.
He's gonna have Shatter or close, right?
Yeah, he's gonna pin. He's gonna pin. He's right.
Oh, dude. Nice.
With time.
Let's go. Okay. Nice.
Yep.
Shit.
And there we go. We actually got a nice. We got a nice from the Gaming Golems there. But, yeah, not. I mean, it was very good hold on A, and B was fairly solid for the BBQs, but C, they just walked right through them and stood no chance on the defense.
It looks like the momentum was really carried on. Also, Frog was able to find a boop early on onto Sly into the great abyss of King's Row. So that did not really help their recontestability. But another thing to notice is that Frog is not... I don't see Frog chasing these kills as hard as he was last time. Which is... I mean, it looks like it's working pretty well. He does have a good amount of damage in it compared to what healing he has. And he has, what, 24 assists compared to his counterpart with only 19. So... looking a lot better from Frog.
I mean, I definitely appreciate Frog's comms. Got him.
Scat man.
Yeah, I mean, he's literally Skype managing comms, and then Golems take that point, so...
He's speaking in Scottish, which is a language not much like a leprechaun, or whatever that lyric is.
I only know... That's the only lyric I know from that song. But here we go. Mikey on the Doomfist yet again. The same comp we saw on Runes that worked so well here for the BBQs. But had the adaptations of
he's gonna punch the hotel. It works.
Oh no, it works every time. But he's not Goku. It does not work every time. Too smart for it. They find Zawardo. Yeah, they get Llama King, but he pays for it with his life. So down the Baptiste, the Gaming Golems not gonna push out too far. But they have won this fight and stabilized on the defense.
Yeah, they're gonna need to be careful because Mikey gets back pretty quickly. There's Mikey and BBQ get back pretty quickly, and they're not gonna have their back yet. So this is gonna be a bit scary. They're gonna want to maybe give a ticker or so. Try not to lose this too quickly.
Yeah, Zawardo's back and taking the space very aggressively. They are gonna back up here, and they get Frog. A very good opening start there for Whalefish to find that damage and force the Immortality Field as well out from Sly. The Shadow comes out from Potato, finds nothing though. And now here comes the kills in for the BBQs. Whalefish lining up the shot like an Olympic archer. Trying to get that perfect bullseye. Not going to land it, though. As just the staggers coming in here right now for the Gaming Golems. Frog has returned to the point, so not over just as of yet. Rusty Gooba can contest here, but loses that mech. Doesn't have the bomb. Here comes the high noon from Harchar. Finds nothing but Zawardo's shield. And oh, Whalefish yet again finds Frog. Hits that shot. It's not over just as of yet, though. Mikey has returned to the fray with a kill. And it's finally going to go down as the staggers are just not enough here for the Gaming Golems to contest.
Mikey was forced to use his ult there. Not quite sure if he needed to commit it to win that fight. Because, I mean, he was trying to do his best to pressure the backline, but he wasn't... He was able to find Llama King once, but other than that, it was mostly a distraction.
Oh, the Dios are playing tag, but Mikey finds the flank, and if they get Rusty out of mech here, it would be devastating! Which it is. Rusty playing a little too close to the sun there.
At least he's not too far away from the pit. It's gonna still be pretty bad because you're gonna get a good amount of card progress here, especially if they get 3 on, which looks like they're gonna do.
I mean, you lose that chokehold, which is what you want on King's Row, to burn some time off. But
Yeah,
there are some ults to use here for them to take it back.
Good amount of ults, yeah, they do. But the ults also on the BBQs is looking a lot better. Only thing they don't have online for this fight will be Doom ult.
See how they decide to use them. Here comes the bomb early from Real Dog. Whalefish used that Dragon as well. The shatter from BBQ. But Uber Zerker's in the back line. Finds one, finds two. And it's not done just as of yet. Both teams are trading evenly back and forth. But with Sawardo falling, it looks to be in favor here of the Gaming Golems. They have stabilized, but look at what they had to use to do so. But I guess look at the BBQs. They had to use a lot more as well.
They used a good amount as well. And we do see King also swapping off to this Moira. Maybe trying to go off on these coalescence aggressions rather than just the window, but the bomb and the dragons just kind of catch off Potato pretty in that early fight, but looks like they're gonna start another fight. Still more else, supposed to else to use here.
I do like the swap though on the Moira because there's really nothing you can do as a Baptiste against Doomfist. She just uppercuts you out of your mortality field and you get killed. And here comes Potato with a shatter, knocks down both tanks, but pays for it with his life. Not over just as of yet. Can Mikey clutch it? Potentially the Doomfist finds two. Can he find a third? It looks like he will not at the moment. Has to use the ult and slams down. Can he get the third? No, he will not. Mikey with two, but it's open enough to open right up. And with 3 minutes on the bank, they are rolling right through to point C.
I mean, it's third point King's Row once again. The place where massive time banks go to die. It's a few of the matches in the past I've casted. Both teams having 5 minutes on this point. And
oh, that's not going to do it, though. If BBQ finds a big shatter right there, Archer finds one, but 3 kills already in favor of the BBQs as they are just pelting forward. They get Rusty Gooba out of the mech as well, and this is looking like a devastating time bank as the Wardo just charges to spawn.
Yeah, looks like will the BBQs break the curse of the dying time banks? Too aggressively there, and the pin onto Riddle.
And a Riddle. Oh, Llama King couldn't get the coalescence up either. Matthew has this beat for any contesters as well. It's looking a bit rough here for the Gaming Golems, and it's going to remain that way. As a 3-minute, 49-second time bank is what they have to contest with.
Looks like the momentum there into third was a bit too much. The Golems to contend with, but still theoretically winnable. You can see some snasty things come out from the Golems, perhaps. Maybe even some role swaps, or some not role swaps, but like some swaps in the characters they're playing.
Yes,
we have seen in the past that Frog has picked up the Baptiste with Llama King moving on to the main support role. So curious if they want to try that, or if they want to keep Frog onto his signature Lucio.
We'll have to see. And yes, like you said, it is theoretically winnable, but it's also theoretically that a Kardashian gives me their phone number. So, you know, there's a chance for everything, I suppose, but there are, you know, great chances of not. But not to come out just yet. They did make it to the grand finals. Of course, the Gaming Golems have that chance. And Rusty Goomba's going to be in the Zarya instead of the Diva this time. Perhaps a little more appeal for Mikey on the Doomfist.
Like I said, we now see the Baptiste from Frog. And Llama King moving over to the Brig, perhaps to try and counter this Doomfist a bit more.
But you lose that speed boost for your Reinhardt and your Zarya, because how is Rusty supposed to get in and deal the damage without that speed boost? You gotta play hyper aggressive here or wait for a pick from Hardshard, the log chuck, to get a kill. He's gonna start chucking that log.
Another one of the best Hanzas in the league.
Yeah, right down main. I mean, Pogchuck, or Hardchar, I guess, last year is also one of the better Hanzas in the league. So, you know, I got the wily veteran against the up-and-coming rookie here on the Hanzo duo, and Whalefish strikes first. A good start there, as now Mikey just charges right in with that Doomfist. He's in mortality field, but Mikey just uppercuts him right out of it. BBQ charges in and gets stunned in the middle of his charge, so they can't get the kill, and they get the reverse pin.
They get BBQ there.
Such a good start, and now Real Dog falls so low, and they find M. Matthews. Now Rusty Kubich in the backline with a lot of charge. He does pay for his life, but he does get so much space created. Now Uber Zerker in the backline. Now gets a flank out from Hardchar. Oh my god, Uber with 3. Yeah, Mikey's in the back, but gets flashed! Uber Zerker with 3 and the flash. A huge play from the Gaming Golems to create exactly what they need to open up point A.
That pin from Potato onto BBQ really opened up that point. It also gave him a bit of confidence to turn around that fight. But they gotta be careful. Ace really needs to win one fight here. It could be a bit risky, especially without any speed here. But having the break center and cart, so they don't have the packs here.
Frog uses that window force on the immortality field early from Sly. Oh, a nice shatter from BBQ, but it doesn't matter. They're already dead.
The lamp was there very well. No follow-up was able to come in there.
I mean, yeah, Hardchart also used the dragon to keep them from pushing in on that kill, and now they're down their main tank. They're down their Diva mech. They can't engage. The BBQs have to get more space. And look at the ults building up here for the Gaming Golems.
Grab is going to be the big one here, especially if Diva's not able to get mech, but Diva should be able to get mech here for this next fight. Real's going to be not really going to need to look into that, but you still have Shatter, you still have High Noon to zone out, so you can bait out all the DM with this High Noon, then grab afterwards if they decide to, but they might grab early here.
Can't use the mech back in time, and now here comes the High Noon from Hardchart to fall the grab, but the kills are already there. What an push!
I don't know if they really need to commit that High Noon there, but I mean, it's High Noon, so, you know. It either kills 6 or it gets you killed.
I think they saw they still didn't have the mech, so they wanted to potentially use both those ults that could be eaten, so not a really bad idea. Potato only having that Shatter, Llama King almost has a rally, so it's very doable here. They could potentially get a very good push on a point C here with only 1 minute in time bank. This is extraordinary from the Gaming Golems.
Dragons here, so that's gonna be very careful. There's no ability to eat it. There's the dragons. Gonna try and split them off, but they just...
Oh, but Shatter, but the immortality field is perfectly placed. Keeps him alive, but not long enough as the Gaming Golems have yet again pushed here with no casualties either. This is huge, and now Whalefish could get staggered. And Frog has another window.
Frog's window. They almost have a grab dragon because Rusty's at this full charge. He can just farm this Diva for this grab if they're smart enough with it.
And here comes a High Noon from Mikey. It does use the immortality field, but they have the damage. Real Dog gets 2 though, so not done just yet, but the grab is in on the point, locks down Real Dog. Could this be a complete finish with 1 man in the bank? It looks very much like the case. And the Gaming Golems.
Very impressive push.
Holy.
Very good ult rotation from the Golems. The issue with, I think, the BBQs is they didn't build up their ults. They weren't able to. The fights kind of went so quickly that they weren't able to get these ults, and whenever they had an ult, they just threw it in. They didn't try and build up the classic, okay, we just have to build up 6 ults and win 1 fight. They never really got to that point.
I mean, the swaps from the Gaming Golems were extraordinary as well. They swap over onto that Brig to stop Mikey, but they also swap off the Diva onto the Zarya because there's nothing really for the Diva to eat except for the Dragon, or except for a Hanzo spam, but that's not really worth your time if your Rhino Shield's up most of the time, which it is. So you walk in with that high charge Zarya, and she just puts in the damage and melts the BBQs before they can react.
Another thing to keep in mind with Zarya is a very momentum-based hero. If you can keep the pace up and keep the momentum going, you just keep full charge the entire time. Which might be one of the reasons why Rusty chose this Zarya. Just being like, okay, if I can get full energy once, and I can keep that, I can just carry. I can just do so much. But we now do see interesting play coming in from the BBQs here. Maybe, I don't know.
Nope,
never mind.
They are not being creative. But they are going to run the pharmacy. They're still going to run that pharmacy.
This could be interesting.
So this will probably force Rusty to go back onto that Diva if they lose this point here very quickly. As Mikey already finds a pick onto his counterpart. Uberzerker not going to be there spamming that hit scan damage. And this looks to be a pretty easy first point take here, unless BBQ does a little bit of trolling, which he has been doing a little bit on this map. And, I mean, Mikey does a lot of trolling there, and they lose the Wardo in the process. There's no res either. And oh my goodness, the Gaming Golems have somehow brought this back. Uberzerker back from the dead. This cowboy I killed sent me this message at 3 AM. I lived. And he got the kill on the Pharah.
It looked away for 1 second, and it all fell apart for the BBQs there.
I thought they had in the bag. I was calling point B already, but Mikey just finds Hardchart as a Hanzo and kills himself in the confined space. So, but he's still putting in the damage. Frog only 30% to his next window. And the window comes out from Sly, but here comes Mikey with that barrage. The Shatter goes down, knocks down so many members. But it doesn't matter. Maybe it does. I don't know what's happening just as of yet. The grab was huge. Lockdown so many members down. The Mercy has no fly. And Matthew go for the resurrect and gets BBQ back in the fight. They lose the life, but they gain back that main tank presence as well as the charging magnet that is the Wardo. It's now Frog trying to take him out. Here comes the dragon, but they eat! From Road Dogg, 5 HP is not enough as Frog is just an absolute menace on the support role. Finds that kill, and now it's a 4v3 on the point. Rusty Goomba falls.
Gets melted.
Does get melted, and now Mikey's still up in the sky. Finds 2, Mikey finds 3. But this fight was over so long ago that this time off the bank is giant north for the Gaming Golems, especially since they just have to stop the map from being capped.
Very, very good plays from Mikey. Hitting the 3 directs in a row there as well. But, I mean, the stall, because that was a pretty good time break going in here. But now he's a full cap with a time break only slightly larger than that of what the Golems used.
Yeah, now here comes that Ant Matrix as well from Frog. Has used it just to melt Mikey in the sky, basically, every single time he's decided to throw it down. And looks like they're going to take a bit of a slower approach here, starting to finally move up. But here comes a dragon out from Whalefish, a nice splitter. Doesn't allow this Brawl ready to fight together. Oh, but Mikey goes down to Hardchar of all people. Yet again, Hardchar has been an absolute menace. The bomb finds Hardchar, but it's not going to be nearly enough, as the BBQs are sent packing yet again, and the chokehold can finally occur for the Gaming Golems. Oh, they find Zerker on the way out.
Now they're at the minute time bank. Time bank that the Golems had. BBQ just charges right in, though.
Oh, it just throws down the Shatter as well, knocks down 3. And it's going to be good enough. I don't know if that window is exactly necessary. But,
I mean, Potato also shatters there. So he loses the shatter for this fight, but they have Rally to try and stop momentum. Dragon coming up soon, but also a high noon. Pretty good for zoning here, but you gotta watch out for the Mikey barrage. He wants to set up aggressively here. Try and get in their backline. Or they maybe bait out Lamp as well.
yeah, I mean, it's last fight territory here, but look at the ults here building for the Gaming Golems. They could potentially win this with a good time rally. Starting to move in, and the dragon is there as well. Splits off some members, but the Mikey barrage finds nothing but his own demise. And moving in, I mean, Math is trying to get the res off, but he's just by himself over there. He can't really push in. And there you have it. The Gaming Golems, despite being at a huge disadvantage on their attack on the overtime, have done it. They've clutched it and sent us to a tied series 1-1. Their map choice works out in the end.
I mean, even though they're the less rushy comp with the Sprig rather than the Lucio, they looked a lot better on it. Bit of a counterplay, forcing Mikey off the Doomfist, which is finding value in the backline against Lamaki. So they allow their front line to get a whole lot of value. But Potato on the Rhine, really good shatters consistently on this as well. And there's the Genji experience right there. You can see it.
You can see it in 4K Ultra HD right there, the Genji experience. We are tied, of course, 1-1. So now it is the BBQ's map choice. And do we see them swap onto the Bog now that Kath is kind of here? It appears we are going to be going to a bio break. So I'll take your quick thoughts, and then we'll send us to a map break.
One of the things to keep in mind is that the best comp I've seen from them for Bog is Lijiang, since they usually always play Lijiang, since they've been the higher seed on their side of the bracket for a little bit. And
one one match.
Well, yeah, but they were also taken to it by the Bilbies, which is was interesting. Where they just ran the Bog and just able to do what they do the best. Even though I think their rush is still looking pretty good. The ability to adapt kind of just threw the wrench in their plan. So I am gonna be curious what it's. I mean, there's also just root. They could just go root.
Yeah.
You can have Echo, you can have Hog. But do you play ball there? Because once again, Kath is gone again. So
I guess the old man had a bedtime. He couldn't stay up past 10:15 p.m. EST. But we will have to see what that map choice of the BBQs is going to be on the other side of this break. Do not go anywhere. 1-1 here in the Gopherwatch League Grand Final Season 3. We'll be right back after this break. All right, and we are back from the break. We do have a couple swaps coming in here as we have Strudel and Canned Fruit coming in for the DPS while Frog goes to the bench and Hardchar back in on that support role.
Yeah, so, I mean, once again, it's not... They're mostly a rush team, but I'm curious to see if these are the scrimmed adaptations they have for a map pick like this. Curious to see where they go, because if I'm not mistaken, Canned Fruit's is a junk player. It's gonna be serious what they do. Potato onto the hog.
And Canned Fruit right on the Junkrat, like you said.
Yep, Strudel on the Cree. Rusty, so you're doing double off tank. Whereas the BBQs are just gonna do a pretty standard dive comp with except for Matthew on the Zen, probably confident that they're not gonna be running rush to pressure their backlines. So they don't really need the break.
I know what I want to know, Fedora. I want to know what the BBQs are saying in this match. So let's go ahead and check in with their comms here in comms check.
Oh, that'll be awesome.
Yeah. That'd be funny. Horse.
For it. Yeah, they're gonna be.
Oh, the hog!
No, they're swapping off. They're swapping off. They're quick for the DP hog.
Oh, yeah.
Far, Farah?
Oh, this on hog, this on hog.
Stone hog. They're low.
Wait, the Farah's low.
Mercy Discord.
Wait, I'm waiting for them to push a little bit. I'm gonna walk here.
Farah one. Farah dead.
Okay, come on, Mercy. Mercy. Oh my god.
Don't do it.
On a Discord.
Oh, God. Hog no.
Actually,
Where's an out? Where's an out?
Right
Yeah, but
Give it
see
back
up
up.
there.
Give a little bit
Oh,
of
yeah,
back.
yeah.
I'm not in there.
They're coming for you. Hog's
Keep running, keep running, keep running, keep
Big
running.
anti, big
Big
anti.
anti. Far, far, far.
Nice, big kill.
Hey, no hook, no hook.
Crane no flash.
Hog
Wait, I need
Discord.
help. I'm gonna get rolled. We need to jump their Kree in a second.
Give us
Wait,
over.
Diva, you home with me? 3,
I'm in, I'm in.
2, 1.
Hog no hook. Hog no hook.
Yeah, John.
Creep blue box. Creep blue box. Can kill
Go on.
Creep.
Kill him, kill him, kill him.
Nice.
On a
Hog
server.
Discord,
Hog
hog.
one, hog one.
Farah's coming back.
On far.
And there we go, a little bit of comms check, we get to see what they're all about. Of course, BBQ very strong in the comms on that monkey, letting them know where he's going to go, and a big stick there from Whalefish to clean up the point.
Yeah, Canned Fruit also swapping off that far onto the junk here. Good ults coming up, but it's gonna be hard to use them in this case. Whereas the ult bank from the BBQ is looking a lot better.
It is looking a lot better. I mean, it's very hard for Canned Fruit to get up there and do some damage on this blue box control by that dive comp right now. Mikey has the visor as well. So much to use. Potato's hook finds nothing but the bubble. And there's nothing they can really do to push in here. Hardchar or Llama King uses that ultimate, uses that Valkyrie, gets up in the air. They do get nothing with the bomb, but Strudel finds Zawardo, and here comes that hook, and a nice one there from Potato. Forces that bomb out from Real Dog, doesn't get anything with the bomb, but they find BBQ earlier in the fight. Can't use that Parmo Rage. And the fight is still kind of occurring right now, but a nice adventure, but a nice stick there. Along with the anti-nades, so many cooldowns used on Rusty Goomba Potato, sharing down this tank line. They do find one with a visor, but it's only Rusty Goomba, so it's still very doable, as Hardchar uses that Nano Boost on a Potato who's whole hogging on the point, but is anti-naded. So not really doing too much there with the Nano Boost, but keeps him alive. The hook doesn't find any real estate, and a fat anti-nade onto Mikey, but the Nano is there, and now Mikey uses that tactical visor without the ultimate, aka his God tracking, and gets two, and Rusty is taking a nap in the back. He hasn't earned this rest. He is sleeping on the job.
You carry on, Mooney. I'll try and fix this.
Okay, that sounds good, but as we see, we have Matthew with that Transcendence, but Rusty Goomba falls very weak here. They do pop the wings here from Llama King, looking to push him. Potato on the cart, putting in some pressure. The high noon comes out from Strudel, finds both supports! A huge play from Strudel. Mikey will find 2 to respond, but over just yet has that tactical visor and puts it in. Here comes the DPS ultimates from the BBQs. And they each find 1 with that ultimate, with that Q press. And with just Rusty Gooba sadly on the point, trying to do anything, it looks to be like Watchpoint Gibraltar is going heavily in favor of the BBQs so far. They have to finish it home. They have to bring it on their attack as Gibraltar. A lot of teams get stuck here on point A.
Yeah, Car Watch is kind of scary a lot of the time. I'm going to be curious about how this team will set up their defense. Because it might be a bit hard with the heroes they've been running in the past. Whereas on the BBQ side, this map can favor a lot of their comps, especially Mikey on either the Fire or the Echo in a lot of cases, able to get these really good angles on this high ground.
There's just so much that the BBQs can decide to run here on the attack. I mean, they could run a Sombra perhaps even to get a 1-fight win. That's all you really need with how far the cart actually ended up getting on the Gaming Golems push. But, you know, again, like I said, Watchpoint Gibraltar is very defensive heavily favored because of that high ground you can control in the back as well as the blue box control. It's very hard to knock somebody off, and Rusty Gooba going over onto the horse, never mind over onto the Sigma, has some respect for himself, locks the feet.
We do see Canfoot onto this Torb. Torb notoriously a pretty good character in defense here, depending on the hero you're up against. But looks like they're gonna set up for a TP hook, so you think they can get that pretty early here with Mikey and BBQ setting up for it. Riddle also on the horse, so they might.
Indeed, Riddle is on the horse, and he might. But going for, again, that TP halt hook combo right from the high ground is going to be the BBQs. Are going to come right in there. They're looking for it, but there's nobody to be seen. They use that halt as well to try to get something, try to find anything, but they find nothing but air. As now they're kind of just stuck here right now. Going to get spammed in from multiple angles. Waiting to get something done. Looking to push up here is Real Dog. Has that shield. Looking to move forward. Bit of a flank being taken right now by Matthew. The hook's not finding anything for Zawardo right now. The shield placement from Rusty Nguba doing a good job to nullify that right now. We'll have to see exactly what happened. Real Dog falls extremely weak, and Zawardo is slept by Hardchar. Rusty Nguba will get Anthony, but Strudel up on the high ground finds 2. Flash does not quite find Whalefish as he gets out with his life, but now Sly kind of stuck by themselves, has to retreat into the stairwell. Oh, but a nice leap from Sly locks down that McCree, so they can't really do anything, but Whalefish falls so weak. Has to go to server room to find that health pack, but cannot get out with their life as Rusty Goomba rocks the corpse. That is a bit of disrespect. But, I mean, we have Zawardo swapping over onto the monkey as well as Real Dog onto Dio, but a hook from Potato onto Zawardo locks him down. The Hog Diff is there, but Canfoot goes down, so Torbjorn out of the fight right now, but the turret is still there putting in the work. The 7th man is there doing his job. Potato almost has a whole hog ability, but it's just a press Q to die. I guess I can't put what a hook there from Potato. Locks down Matthew. And it looks to be like a very solid hold here. Right so far, another hook from Potato. Gets out with the life, and the Anthony does not find his body as he retreats. Well, apparently my Discord crashed or something, so I am right now solo casting. Trying to see if you can get that fixed, but the whole hog, or the visor and the pulse bomb basically opens this point up for all they need, and I think they are going to be pushing in. And I think my Discord might be fixed, but we're going to go right back in. And there you go. That's going to be the map for the BBQs. My Discord crashing wasn't long enough to even sustain their map push and their map victory. Take us to 2-1.
Welcome back.
Thanks, man.
Anyways, yeah. That was just a pretty good setup from the BBQs, able to just consistently just roll through this. Getting a lot of off angles, but Strudel was doing his best. Strudel was doing a pretty good job on Kree, able to get the picks off that he needed, but wasn't enough to win this map for them.
Yeah, I mean, you see 7,000 damage was 25%. That's how short this map actually was when you actually think about it. That was a pretty good map choice there for the BBQs to go to Watchpoint Gibraltar, and oh my god. But nothing. I saw something in the far distance. Nothing is wrong.
Yeah, nothing's
whatsoever.
wrong. Nothing's wrong. What do you mean? Everything's
nothing's
normal
wrong.
here.
But it is 2-1 right now in favor of the BBQs. Are we going the Overwatch League way of map pick meta? Because now the Golems have a choice to go to the map.
Yeah, I'm definitely being concerned about if they go 2CP or not, but looks like Charlie doesn't care. He already has his comp set up. And already said they're going Hanamura. They're gonna do it. They're gonna go in. They're ready to do the funny. They're ready to make everyone be in pain. But let's see how this will work out in the end for them.
I mean, Hanamura is a fairly good map for the comp like to run. Some TP shenanigans perhaps being unearthed. I like how they didn't even ask to veto. They didn't play the mental game of, hey, do you veto 2CP? Yes, we do. Oh, well, actually, we're going to play Hanamura. So, it's like...
Yeah. Don't even give them hope.
You've lost the game already. It's that ninja copy pasta somewhere floating around. You've lost the mental if you have a loser mentality. Hanamura pleases Cathect. You may sit. It appears Kath is very pleased with the selection. Oh, Kath was on all spec. Uh-oh. A bit of tomfoolery, perhaps, from Cathect. I mean, who knows when he joined. Because he left the game. And it didn't tell me he joined the game. My Discord has yet again crashed. Hello.
Welcome back. Discord does not like you right now. Oh no, Matt.
No, it definitely does not. So BBQ and Kath comes back in. Matthew over onto the DPS. And Ghostseek comes in for that support. Now, let's see. Kath, Mikey, we gotta put in real... I think that's right. BBQ, Kath, Mikey, Matthew, Ghostseek, and Slide. That is going to be correct. So yeah, big swaps coming through. Big wholesale swaps coming through for both these teams.
Yeah, I mean, this is the composition you usually see when you see that Bog come out. So gonna be curious if they try and run that on Hanamura, a map that's not really very known for its flanks, able to get off angles consistently. Kind of stagnant a lot of the time, which kind of plays into the Golems a bit. Just a solid plan to get in and how to execute it. But I mean, it's the BBQs. They're the mechanic players. They can find value. They got this. They so choose. Not be surprised if we see the pharmacy once again.
I'm about to say, you want to know what's really good at Hanamura? Pharmacy.
Yeah.
Which,
it's pharmacy is very annoying to play into, especially second point. The fortress is it's because your vertical line of sight is so limited. Safari can always just chill above you as you try and push in through these choke points.
Yeah, we're still waiting for those BBQs to give us that R's. So, I mean, this is a map. I know the BBQs don't like playing 2CP, so this could be just an advantage of, hey, we know they like this map type. They haven't played that much. We could perhaps catch them off guard, but I don't really know. I think it plays more into BBQ's favor. Like the ball comp kind of works pretty here as well as the hog on the flank. But you get Frog back in, of course. Frog not in on that last map, and I mean, you kind of saw you missed that playmaking potential on the support role. Apologies.
I mean, you still had Charlie in there, but he wasn't able to do as much as what Frog has done in the past. Not able to really contest the DPS in that Ana position. But once again,
yeah, that's just a character diff.
Yeah, gonna see how they try and play this out though.
Because Ana's balanced, so yeah, that's obviously why he can't actually do anything in the support role. You gotta play the broken ones like Brig. And I guess Lucio is not very broken, but we'll ignore that.
I mean, when you see Frog play it sometimes looks like it is.
Yes, when you play Baptiste like Lucio, it's a broken character. But regardless, we're gonna see some TP shenanigans from the attacking side of the gaming Golems. They're gonna be looking at TP straight to point, but that's where Mikey's gonna be looking to feast on their corpses as they come in. Will we see? I won't point out though. Will we see that fake TP strat that we saw yesterday, where they fake the TP and then rush on the Orisa? That could be pretty cool. And did my Discord crash again? It did. Well, it was working until we actually got on the map, but...
it was probably the scene change in OBS. Just blame OBS, it's fine.
I will. Do not worry. But I did point out that could we see the TP strat where they just rush on the Orisa, where they fake the TP then rush the Orisa. But the Orisa's not in the owl spot, so the rush strat probably isn't going to work exactly as well. But they just instantly destroy.
He just stands in the TP, just like, no, I disagree with your TP idea. Uber's alone in main.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. They've already lost Llama King, and another hook from Zawardo into Potato takes that main tank out of the fight. So, pretty good start here for the BBQs as they look to stabilize here yet again on the defense. And Hardchar probably going to swap out this Symmetra and not going to see it working anytime soon.
Yeah, there you go. There's a swap going for more pick potential because they just need really a single pick. Bear at the Mercy Res. Oh, like where's Frog slept? Oh,
There.
oh. That's not very good for them.
No, that's not. Okay, I just found his body. I just found his body. I
Yeah,
not know where
he
he
just got
is.
slipped by the Ana and just kind of got bonked. But they still just have to go in.
They gotta go through this chokehold or through this choke point with the speed, but Potato loses that shield. Now Mikey is just licking his chops. He knows they're coming up this high ground, so this barrage could be massive. But Hardchar keeps him honest. Hits that body shot, force him away. Potato just barely manages to hold on to any increment of that shield, and now starts to move towards the point, but it bans his team. Now they're kind of stuck up there. They do get a cross with the speed boost from Frog. Is on the back, but the barrage finds absolutely nothing. The boop! And the boop on the res prevents that Mercy come back in the fight. Frog is on a tear right now on the point, being a menace right now. The sleep also misses from Sly, and Hardchar cleans up the kills with 2 Storm Arrows. He brought the thunder and brings a third to his name. And that's going to be point A going the way of the Gaming Golems. And my Discord has probably yet again crashed. I think my PC is on fire somewhere, but as we start to move in here, the stream looks good on my end, so we're going to keep it going. Hardchar yet again finds Mikey. Mikey finds Llama King. Not over just yet, but Zarwara, though, does find Uber Zerker. And it looks to be over in favor of the BBQs right now, as Kath is stabilizing on this point, but falls off it. So now the point presence is in favor of the Gaming Golems, but it is not going to be good enough, and down they go. Mikey makes that desperate swap over onto the Widow and gets nothing but a body shot for his troubles. Yep, I have yet again disconnected. Discord. Hello.
Hello, once again.
At this point, we're just going to not acknowledge it when it happens, and we're just going to live like it happened, look like nothing happened. So last fight, yeah, pretty cool.
Yep, it happened. And now it's the next fight.
Yeah, Zawardo has that whole hog, gets that nano boost, but they just walk away, but straight into the dragon. That was a beautiful set play there by the BBQs, but it gets nothing. A forced immortality field, I guess, as Mikey finds Uber Zerker, and here comes the kills. Both support, or one support going down here. Never mind, Ghosty gets the support. Oh, but a shadow comes down! The shield isn't in place. Rusty Goopa with 3! Rusty Goopa with a big bomb! And Sly goes down, so despite that beautiful play from the BBQs, they just, they moved to the point, and oh my goodness gracious! Just melted!
No.
And they can't touch, and 3 minutes and 17 seconds in the bank.
I mean, that's a pretty... I mean, that was a very unlucky shield. It just didn't seem to catch the shatters that came in. Gets 2, sets them up for the bomb. That's just kind of feels bad for the BBQs there. But now it's their turn to see if they can match or even do better. Curious to see how they run out here.
Yeah, it will be very interesting, but it's 3 minutes and 20 seconds on Hanamura is very good. Especially how hard you're struggling on point A. You got to be really pleased with that. And again, I got to mention, that was just a great play from the BBQs that just couldn't find the value they're looking for. A great speed boost from Frog keeps the team out of that whole hog sight line and past the dragon before putting too much damage. So a great counter there by Frog on the Lucio. Able to, save his team, basically win that point for him right there with that big play.
Yeah, I mean, now I do get to see a peek of the comps, and Matthew on the Sims probably going to do a similar thing. But if you look at the opposite end, there's no Ana to really catch the TP with a nade. So they're gonna need to break it quickly if they want to try and stop this.
I mean, yeah, they gotta either break it quickly or just give up a tick or two and get good positioning, because you're fighting at this point. You're fighting for like 1 or 2 fights on point B, which if you lose point A right away, whoa,
You're gonna do an aggressive play here, trying to catch him off before the TP.
And they're there. The TP can't go down, and they lose the mech. So Warrior just charges like a suicidal maniac in the backline. He's just standing there menacingly with the shield up, and both mechs are traded right now, but the TP can still go down. Looks like that's what they're trying to set up for. The TP is maybe getting set up, and look, they're just standing there. Kath does get the mech back, and here comes the TP, but they lose Go Seek in the process.
He does find a pick though, so it's a little bit traded. They're getting good progress.
They're getting good progress as Mikey was left behind, couldn't take the TP, but they get the kill Sly on the point. So that stabilization could not quite be there, but M. Matthews beaming him down with the Symmetra. Loses that mech, Rusty Goomba. Mikey and M. Matthew opens point straight for the BBQs. And it looks like they're going to get a tick or two as Llama King tries to break that turret, but cannot. It slows him down a little bit too much. That kind of Kath feeds a little bit. Loses that mech. So potentially a Riki test coming in for the Gaming Golems. Frog is back up, putting in the healing. And Rusty can't get the mech back in time.
Almost have Chatter here.
They lose Kath, and Potato can't stay alive. And yes, it's going to be a reset here in 6 minutes, basically, in the time bank here for the BBQs. And they have some ults to work with here, moving into a steamroll.
But now they're moving into the fortress. Both teams have the BBQs definitely do have the spawn event, the TP advantage as well. The ults. It looks like, see what they want to do with this. What else they want to use.
The Shatter finds nothing. Oh, and Zawardo gets that kill, but puts the shield down for a charge when the window is up. You absolute fool. You fell for one of the classic blunders. A suicidal maneuver there by BBQ. And the TP is still up. Are they going to deal with that, or are they just going to leave that there?
I mean, I don't think they really... Oh, now the TP's broken. So it looks like they might... Because they're staying on the sim for the ultimate. Are they just going to TP main onto that high ground and just sim wall off their high ground? Try and force them to fight on point? That would be the best play here. They don't have any other ults, so they have to play around that one. Looks like that's what they're definitely going to do.
The wall straight down mid, but here comes a dragon. Well placed there by Heartchar. Splits the point in 2, basically. They can't really fight this right now, but they lose Potato before the beat can reach him. Rusty Goomba is very high health, though, on the point, and here comes a counter beat out from Ghostik. The bomb out from Rusty Goomba finds nothing, and Mikey's Dragon Strike will take down Llama King, and Cast Bomb finds Frog as well. Both supports out of the fight. One tick is gained here. BBQ falls very weak, but has a Shatter and gets that kill on his opposite number. And this looks like to be the stagger fight here, but the Shatter could be used to clean it up. What does BBQ look to slam it down? It does look like he doesn't even need it right now, just spinning around on the point in circles. The Shatter goes down, but the stairs!
Air diff.
Elevation differential, and Potato slams it down, finds Mikey, but they can't get the kill as the flame strike through the window finds Hardchar. And yes, the stagger's coming through here, 3 minutes, 55 seconds, and counting down, and it looks like it'll be a slightly better time bank here for the BBQs, and thank God for the 2 CP changes with only a 35-second advantage here for the BBQs on their time bank.
Yeah, I mean, it's still pretty good stall there coming from the Golems. Not enough really to, get it to an equal time bank, but it's close enough. You're take it, especially after the unfortunate way that fight started. Just able to really gain that control at that point with just a single sim wall, just force them all on point.
I mean, that was a very good sim wall, a very good dragon in response. You got the tic-tac-toe on the point of these big, long ultimates. Basically, Overwatch in 2021, the absolute tomfoolery, the I cannot see anything 2 feet in front of my face maneuver. But at the end of the day, the BBQ just swinging around on swinging the hammer on point, gets the advantage, and now they have a slight lead in terms of time bank, but it's basically back to even here. 1 fight possibly gained here for the BBQs on their attack.
It looks like they're gonna not go with the hog defense, looking to just more standard rush, just except for their DPS, having a Hanzo for some good burst damage pick potential, and Mikey as well on the Tracer, need to harass the backline.
Yeah, I don't believe we've seen Mikey on the Tracer today yet. So, I mean, this is kind of one of his better heroes. So, looking for a potential carry performance or MVP candidate for the Wakanda BBQs. Look, but they already hear Happy Holidays, so they know that Frog is on the Lucio. Oh, just barely dodging that headshot is Mikey. That could have been a devastating pick here for Hardchar if we would have got that one. Not able to it up just as it, but here comes rotation yet again here for the Gaming Golems as they move up onto that high ground, but there's nothing ready to contest this time. No Pharah. So it's going to Ghost, or it's going to get that to go up there with that Demon Mech, but oh, a nice early pick there from Hardchar. Opens the fight right back up here for the Gaming Golems as now Uberzerker. Oh, but can't get the flashbang, but it does not matter. As the the boop is there, it's flashy in the kill feed, but not nearly enough. As a very good opening push there. That rotation seems to be the kryptonite of the BBQs right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing they did last time. They weren't able to really handle it, and the pick was also there. And Kath is just... he's just having a grand old time.
Are they going to try to flash him out of his remake?
No, they're just going to leave him.
Okay. Oh, no, they're not. There he goes. He did get the fast spawn. He did get the fast spawn time, though. Wasn't enough. Oh, Zawardo does the pin, but gets flashed! Oh, what a play from Uberzerker to shut down that Reinhardt aggression here, but they're so weak. Potato and Uberzerker falls so low, and Matthew from the high ground pelts in the arrows. Rusty's there trying to take him down along with Frog, but might be a little bit too late here as Zawardo has already returned to the fight, and Mikey as well just pelting in the damage on this Tracer, not letting Frog out of his sights. The Pizza Parts teammates for next semester, and Mikey comes out on top.
There's another stagger onto the Diva that can buy. But, I mean, the ult bank is looking pretty good for the BBQs to hold this.
Yeah, I mean, come on, Ghost. You gotta step it up, man. You gotta get your ultimate faster. You're only a Lucio. Come on, man. Build it up faster. But as we move in, they're still down Rusty Gooper right now, so it's gonna be kind of an awkward fight as they start moving in. Cathet could have that bomb to open right up will slide the window, so Rusty has a lot to deal with here on this fight, especially with Mikey having that pulse bomb. There's so much Rusty has to account for in this fight right now. He's already critical. Here comes the bomb into the back line. And he gets blocked. They have to use... oh, the Shatter's blocked as well by Zawardo. Zawardo is just a maniac on the high ground. He can't do anything, and now the ults are heavily in favor of the Gaming Golems. They just threw him all away.
Oh no, that's not the clean engagement you were looking for there.
And here comes a desperation ball swap. I'm looking for a Shatter on this ball to assert the dominance, but they don't need it. He's better than me. Mikey is there, but just gets swung on. The Shatter finds nothing, but can't drop the beat. Ghostik dies mid-air, and it looks to be yet again a cap here for the Gaming Golems on Hanamura, and we are going to another overtime if the BBQs can cap 2 points again.
Oh no, this series is already gonna be long enough though.
Yeah, it was already a best of 7. Might as well make some maps. Maybe we can get a draw if we're lucky, you know, for Dora. I don't got anywhere to be.
We're not even gonna get any tokens casting this.
We should get tokens. We should. Overwatch is. We are single-handedly keeping the collegiate scene alive right now.
Where's the collegiate league tokens? Come on, Blizzard.
I mean, as an update for you guys watching at home, of course you're watching us and not supporting the Overwatch League, the San Francisco Shock have been eliminated by the Atlanta Reign 3-1. And the 3-peat Dreams are dead, and Super's ego is officially deflated. Very sad.
Is it though?
Hashtag blame the new people, it was all their fault.
Yeah, hashtag blame FFD God, since apparently he gets a lot of smack.
But you wanna know who not to blame who's a new guy? Frog. He's plays the same role as FD God. But
You'll pick up Frog for San Francisco Shock?
I'm feeling it, man. I think Frog, you know, he does the same things FD God, he feeds his ass off, but, you know, I mean, I've seen Frog kill things, and FD God kind of runs around and doesn't kill much, but who really knows? I am just a troll. We already know, I mean, I know Frog's molding because he hates Masa and his mechanics, so he's already hating that he got it to advance and get 3rd place to Overwatch League at bare minimum, but let's go back to what's really important here, the Gopherwatch League Grand Finals, and they still have the TP strategy here for Matthew. They look to maybe get off a little better than last time. The TP does go down, and the BBQ get on the point, and they stabilize here with the Brawl comes in. Now the Gaming Golems had to push back in.
Oh no, but Ghostik didn't get the TP. His getting speed ran up by Frog.
But they already lose Potato, they lose that Reinhardt, they lose the stability to push that point, and our Kath dives onto the Hanzo. Hardchar, though, might get the better of him. No, Kathek does manage to get that Mega Pack, and now Mikey fights Uberzerker, and this looks like a pretty... about the same exact level of bad defense coming out from the Gaming Golems as the BBQ displayed. It is only an honor, it's a very honorable thing to do to just reciprocate the team's porous attack and defense on either side. Okay!
Hey, Frog. Okay.
I mean, they can't snowball this now without Kath. Because Frog's already back with his team. Frog's already there for another boop on the edge!
Yeah, I mean, they don't even have a sim wall to block off the high gun like they did last time. All they have is Baptiste, and Dragon's coming up soon, as compared to the opposite, where you just have Charlie's Dragon.
It is 2 minutes, so if they manage to win this one fight here, they would kind of BBQs, they could send us to a winnable only situation. And here comes a Dragon out from Mikey. Potato gets charged! And with 46 seconds remaining, can it get down to a minute here? If you're the Gaming Golems, this is your map choice. With Rusty losing the mech, I don't think it's possible, and we're going to the round, but it is a draw situation, maybe!
Yo,
the pin! The pin! Whoa!
How
An inspirational pin! Potato does pay for it with his life, though, but did he buy enough time? Kath gets 2 with a bomb, but Frog has the beat! It's in the air, it lands, but it's just Frog that gets the benefits of it, and he can't get to under a minute! 1 minute
Another
16
pin?
and another pin!
It's massive. Oh my goodness, that was an inspirational pin. Even though they lose the point in the end, the pins was you know, the spirit of Super lives on.
He might be on Overwatch League, but the chat energy remains in the form of Potato. And oh my god, that's got to be heartbreaking there for the game, because basically the advantage that the BBQs had that I said, it doesn't really matter, they turned it into a only worst case scenario draw situation.
Yeah, gonna be interesting if they just do the same thing, and if the Golems are ready for the exact same thing and know what to do. Because, I mean, just TP on points, just you don't break TP, okay, that's it, you're done.
It looks like they've made an adaptation onto the Junkrat, which I enjoy the pick of the Junkrat into the Sim TP, because you can just destroy whoever comes through.
Oh no, I can't wait for the repeat of putting the TP onto the Junkrat trap.
Oh, what match was that? It happened like 3 times in a row.
I don't even remember.
I don't either. Must not have been important. It's probably both our teams. But as we go in here, it's going to be the same thing here for the Wakanda. BBQs looking to do that Sim TP straight onto the point, but Hardchart is going to be there this time to try to break down whoever tries to contest, but he's playing the choke and not the point,
Yeah,
so the TP couldn't go through. Oh, Matt goes down, so you can't use a TP if your Sim's dead. I guess that's why you use the Junkrat strat instead. And now it's 1 fight territory, and 1 tick still needs to be gained.
Yeah, but the thing is, you can't really push the aggression. It's a bit too risky, because if you lose a single player, that could be it for the Golems.
Yeah, and Llama King doesn't have that immortality field either, so you can't play super aggressive. And now Matthew, it goes back to the Kree, so they're not playing that Sim. They're just going for a standard brawl here. See if we can get anything done. So Wardo has a slight advantage here in the Shatter. Both windows are ready to use. And here comes the window. The Shatter goes down! But they get nothing out of it. There's no kills to Wardo. Just dies in the backline. Oh no, we're going to mapping, aren't we, in a Fedora? It's going to be a draw from the looks of it, unless a miracle comes through for the BBQs.
I might have to get my dinner while casting. I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna wait till after.
Pull up your seats, folks. It's going to be a long night. This is not your Gopherwatch League finals have passed from the teams. Both these teams very evenly matched. Now walking up here, a lot of ults. Potato has the Shatter.
The TP and the pin. Oh, they don't get it.
It can't
was
touch.
so close. Oh no.
2 CP moment.
Oh no.
And the draw comes through, and the match continues. I'm looking at the face cams on my side, and these players look both relieved and disappointed at the same time. I don't think I've ever seen this. We'll put it on screen for all y'all at home, but they just look.
He's lagging out again.
Well, there I go.
Maybe.
Mary, hello? Am I still here?
Hi, welcome back.
Welcome back. Now, as we can see, Matthew has knocked over his camera in all the excitement.
I'm pretty sure it's just a phone that's leaning.
Yeah, it's just his phone leaning against his computer, but
there he is. I see him. I see him on the stream.
I also like how Mikey has just slumped so far.
I just got the notification of getting. That's relatable though.
And yeah, I mean,
anyways, gonna be curious to see.
It is gonna be the Golems' choice yet again. going on to our second control map. And they are at Ilios, so where do you go next?
You definitely don't go to Lujan. You just want to avoid that as best you can.
Which you literally can by not picking
Lujan. Yeah, but where do you want to go? I guess Busan. You can run rush there sometimes.
Oasis, that's more ball.
Oasis.
I think Busan is probably the choice. Nepal's pretty good for ball too, though, and Hog, especially Sanctum. So I think you were correct in saying Busan is probably the choice here. I wouldn't. You can run Brawl on Busan, especially Mecha Base, but you can also run it on the Drum. I don't know what that one is, Sanctuary, but
it's just drum map.
Drum.
Now
going to Busan.
Drum. It's just the entire song for when you load up is just drum.
I think we're starting to lose our mind. We're starting to lose our minds here. We're sensing on map 8. Can you sense it in the air tonight for our grand finals? But I wouldn't have it any other way for a final, though. For the way to set us up,
at least for the spectators.
Yeah, we could be playing this.
I think we would like it a different way, and maybe the players, the spectators, definitely want it because they're just farming the channel points.
The players would want that 4-1 or the 4-0, but not gonna happen. I hopped into both team chats before the game. Of course, I had that permission. I am special, and they're all hyping themselves up like, "Hey, yo, bro, hey, 4-0, hey, come on, back, hey, 4-0," and now we're heading into map 5, 2-1. It's a very close series. Both teams evenly matched. It seems like. It seems what team can adapt first usually wins the map, or in this case draws the map, with the Golems adapting onto that Junkrat pick to put that spam through the choke, or going over on a Zarya on King's Row, or just playing the Doomfist on Ilios initially to put more pressure on the main tank. But since we are waiting for a bio break, we're going to give ourselves a bit of a respite and set it over onto a map break. Do not go anywhere, folks. It is only going to get more exciting from here. Every single map we get closer to crowning our Season 3 champion. We'll see after the break. Sending us back into our next map, it is going to be Nepal. Very exciting. Yes, the gaming golem cams aren't correct. I'm aware of that. We're working on the back. I'll get prod on it. There's somebody who probably cares more than I do. But it's going to be Nepal, and it's going to be a ball map. And, considering I've lost Fedora... Never. Oh, you're still there!
No, what? Yep, I'm still here.
Holy!
I was just thinking.
We actually went
there.
We went to cams and didn't lose you. I got excited there for a moment. Woo! All right.
Big. Anyways, do they? Yep, there it is. There's the bog.
The bog.
There it is. Classic. But the issue here is like what we saw in Ilios well is that if you can catch off this backline, especially the Ana, because Ana doesn't have any ability to kite. You need to just try and run onto this Ana with your speed, because that's your advantage. The speed. Just try and get there before Mikey can find the pick, or the Hog can find the pick, or the ball can hit the slam. Just need to try and be careful about that. Just play. You just gotta play fast and find that pick. But be curious how they can do that.
It's going to be pretty tough here, actually, for them to pull this brawl off against the Bog, because you can just pincer maneuver with that soldier spam damage from both sides, so the brawl count can't really just sit on the point and not do anything, which is kind of what it wants to do. And a nice hook on a potato. Can the main tank fall? It doesn't look like it. A nice peel there from Rusty Goomba keeps the main tank in the fight. And the anti from Sly hits his Hog's fat body and doesn't get the anti on the enemy team, but Kath is just on the point, being a nuisance, as balls usually are, and now Mikey's in a different position to pelt and damage from the side. They lose Frog, but they trade out for Kath, so it's an even fight on both sides as of right now. But Mikey is still here. Mikey is still here, putting in the work, but here comes the window from Llama King. Oh my! That was a pretty disgustingly terrible play from Mikey, I'm going to be completely honest with you. Now Hard Charge just throws in the arrows and finds two. But yeah, he messes up the concussion blast, he goes up into the point, and then he just dies on the floor. And yeah, as we move in, Cat does have the minefield, but they did end up using that barrage as well with the Fafara, so they don't really have to really push it. And now this brawl, because it can just sit on the point and not have to worry as M. Matthew. Try to put some damage on this up angle on the soldier. Not getting too much done, though, from the looks of it. Hardchar has that Dragon Uberzerker with the High Noon as well. This is a pretty big fight here for the Gaming Golems. They can stabilize yet again on the point. The hook does find Llama King, and the minefield on the point allows nothing to come through, but Hardchar finds Matthew on a flanking angle. Yeah, I was about expecting to see that dragon come through, and now, I mean, those mines on the point really do nothing because they can just kite it right now. And Mikey has no Pharah, but neither does Hardchar up on the high ground. Kath is there putting in the work on the ball, but it's just Mikey and Kathek right now, which, I mean, it's a good duo, but it's against Rusty and Frog. I gotta take the ladder in that matchup. But a nice hook, Rusty feeds, loses his mech, now Frog's in the back line too, and now the team has to push up to try to get him out, but they don't get it. The Shatter comes down, but not in time to save Uberzerker, and the Ignite from Sly goes down. They use that Valkyrie as well. Mikey has that barrage, but I don't think it's needed here, as the picks are going in favor of the BBQs very heavily, but the point will flip at about 99% here for the Gaming Golems, so one fight territory for them to win.
Looks like the ability of sustain for the rush comp was able to get them up to 97%. Even though the massive amounts of damage coming in from this bog comp. Now that the flip is here, curious to see what they can do.
The high note from Uberzerker, he pulls it a little bit too soon. Didn't quite have the full skull on Mikey. Mikey managed to lie. They find Zawardo, but Mikey finds 3! Does not matter at the end if you lose Zawardo, if he takes out your entire squad in the back. And now it's just, they use the nano boost. I mean, Hardchar gets yet another kill, but that nano boost is very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a bit of a flex, but you do have Frog coming back here, and you still have the mech. You have the mech back now, and Charlie's still here in the respawns. Gotta be careful.
They take out Ghosty, but Rusty feeds his life in the backline right now. And now there's nothing for this tactical visor. It just walks up, but gets flashed and taken out. So how is this fight still going on? How are they still in it? It doesn't look like it's going to last very long, though. As somehow the Gaming Golems have brought it back and potentially won this point, as Frog yet again pops off on the point. Kath is there to put in some work on the Wrecking Ball, but will it be enough? He has the adaptive shielding, but it doesn't seem to matter as Llama King melts him down. Ghosty cannot do anything but desperately throw the body at the point. And I don't know how they won that fight.
I mean, it's just really scrappy. You can tell that the coordination is a bit less as the night continues on. Just looking like people just like kind of turn off the brains just a little bit more each map. Kind of the chaos ensues.
We have been going for 2 hours. You know, and we're only halfway done.
Yeah. Oh no.
Could be a long night, but who knows? Maybe the BBQs bring it back, win this map, and then roll next one. Who really knows? Or the Golems tear 3 in a row off, and we think none the wiser. But We'll have to see as Matthew makes an adaptation over onto the Reaper the Reaper here. I'm not sure if that really works out in his favor, because this is more of a spammy style composition. Now you got the brawly DPS with the Reaper. And we do have a pause. Frog has
Yo, Frog?
okay. Frog was just
Interesting pause.
Frog was just
Interesting
AFK. Okay, here we go. We are finally starting the fight off. I would not consider that in a team fight. I'm a genius. I'm the admin. Take it up with me.
No damage was dealt yet.
Yeah, so
it's fine.
not team fight. But Frog is Matthew. He hits the rollout and gets the kill on the Reaper.
And get the kill.
Okay. Oh, but Kath with some pretty good maneuvers there on the wrecking ball. But I mean, Frog's already found 2 after hitting the rollout.
He really hit the rollout after being AFK. He really just did it to flex.
Yeah, I mean, okay, what a play by the support player for the Gaming Golems. Pretty good.
He just rolled out. Hey, once again, let's do our Maply stat check for Frog. Once again, almost having more damage than healing.
Almost. Oh, what a pick! With Sly out of the fight, they can't really engage this, can they?
I don't think they can have to wait, but this gives a lot of time to build up that percentage for the Golems. Not really what they're looking for. There's speed back.
Hard Charge is spamming every single angle to get another headshot, perhaps, onto an unlucky BBQ player. I mean, BBQ's already at half going to the point. And now here comes a well-timed Dragon right on the stairs, hiding from Uberzerker. Finds nothing but a nice reload on his Peacekeeper. A nice flash onto BBQ there by Uberzerker as well. The charge comes in for BBQ, but the Shatter is there! Locks down BBQ, and through the damage, through that window, through that amplification matrix, BBQ stood really no chance there to stay alive in any capacity. And, I mean, you used the 3 ults to win that fight, but after that first pick, you basically got 2 fights for 1 there.
Yeah, and once again, look at BBQ's ult build-up. It's not having a horrendous of time. Dying pretty early in these fights, not able to swing too much. And that goes for most of the team. Not many ults online quite yet. For the BBQs are trying to retake this, but you do see them trying to wrap around. Let's see what they can do with this.
Yeah, trying to wrap around, trying to build any ultimates. Perhaps that window gets invested by Sly early here, but the charge comes through, but the counterpin is there. Zwar does find Llama King, though, but trades for it. So here comes the beat in from Frog as a 5v4 here, and Frog gets yet another kill onto Mikey. This absolute warlord on the Frog is here. Sergeant Frog, to all you based people out there, understand that reference, you will get it. But, I mean, looks to be another fight here for the game. Gulpa Kath, not done just yet. Rusty Koopa has to retreat and get a Mega Pack at 99%. So they're going to start to re-engage here and try to stabilize, but Fonsoik is potato and goes down. So I think it's going to be a fight flip here for the BBQs. But 99% you're 1-fight territory for the Golems.
You gotta be really careful about how you play this for the BBQs.
Oh, and Kath is the mech.
One mistake can lose you this map and force you to play this series even longer and force us casters to be here even longer.
And Kath resets. They can go in for 5v6 if they go fast. They are. They're moving in. Well, apparently not. They're going for a high ground rotation.
Because Ghostik is gonna taxi.
They gotta go! Go! What are you doing? Frog knows to do. He hops in like an absolute Yada Chad. But the Shatter is there, but BBQ dies after the cast comes down. The bomb in the back line finds nothing. And yeah, there's that 4v6, and now here comes the other 2 that didn't fight. Yeah, that's exactly what they came back and say all their bands of brothers taken down in the ambush.
Aye. That was, oh. He tried.
He tried to shut down Frog, and any means necessary. I don't have to touch the point, I just have to kill the Frog Man.
Hey, at least that was a quick map.
Yeah, pretty good selection there by the Gaming Golems, and now we head over onto Hybrid.
They didn't even get to the map that I consider the best ball map, which would be whichever the one that has the pit, I don't remember.
Sanctum?
But then again, that's also the best map for Frog with the boops. So, you know, take it as you will.
Really a lose-lose situation.
Hard Char Overwatch, says Frog.
I mean,
Next map type should be hybrid again, right?
it is going to be hybrid, then escort for our
Just
final.
repeating the cycle. Oh, and I gotta put on my hat. 1 second.
There you go.
Almost forgot. There we go. Now I'm looking better. Curious to see where they're gonna take it.
Yeah,
'Cause they
I
already
can
used
involve.
King's Row. Numbani.
Numbani,
Okay,
I think
they're
is-
just counter picking the rush again.
Yeah,
Which
Numbani
is also
a good
once
pick.
again Echo map. If Mikey wants to play that Echo character,
Which I
or even the
assume-
Pharah character, still, you know.
or even the Tracer character, or really anything Mikey plays. The legs.
I mean, the legs. I mean, legs and defense probably, but I'm thinking of attack because I've had many experiences going against the pharmacy or the pocket echo, and it's like, oh, I guess we lose first.
I do have a couple bit of swaps here as Real Dog makes his
Whalefish?
way back in.
Whalefish also coming back in, so they're gonna have that danger DPS duo. See what they can do with it though.
Indeed, we shall see as I get to go back into studio mode and change the cams. Yet again.
Oh, have fun.
Well, actually, the cams were incorrect last time, so now they're correct for the BBQs.
Yo,
With these swaps, kind of based. Actually, kind of based.
Kind of big. Yo, it wasn't you just forgetting to do it or you just not doing it. It's just because you read the future.
Yeah, I just knew what was coming. So
Yeah.
simple for a 5-head as
Very
myself.
simple.
Where is Strudel's cam? Oh, there he is. Hi, bye.
Strudel has the best cam.
He really does. That's a very good picture of Pikachu. Very well made art.
Very good, very good.
And he's in the right spot. And now we just need the Frog Man. Frog, you go there. And Image 7, you move over there. Image 7 being the Gaming Golems logo. Because Frog could not get a can to work. I do want to say, though, Frog was wearing a suit. He told, so he's wearing the suit. He's all dressed up. Everybody acted very proud of him and very impressed.
I was tempted to wear a suit, but I'm like, no, never mind. It's
Yeah,
just gonna be too warm.
I was as well, but then it got to be 20 after 8, and I didn't have the cam set up, so, I mean, I don't have my thing in the right spot because my closet's the other direction. That didn't work out. I thought I'd show off the suit in the closet, but you can see my fridge
Oh yeah, there it is.
with the
Look at
chips.
that.
And the Overwatch
Nice.
banner on the pillar because I got nothing else.
Yeah, all I had was my hat. It's being like, I got a great bit. Let me just, hat. That's all I got going.
This will be my legacy.
It's my name. What can I say?
What can you say? We're just waiting for those BBQs to give us that R with all these swaps coming in. It is very exciting. We are at 2-2 heading into map 6.
Yes. Keep in mind, it's not first to 3. This is not match point. This is not grand finalist point.
It is not.
You
It's
need to get to
not.
4.
Is not Corey's Wales trophy point just as of yet.
Yeah, you guys aren't off the hook just yet. You gotta at least sit through 2 more maps.
Well, they can get off the hook whenever they really want to. but I
Nonsense.
prefer-
Nonsense.
We are holding them hostage. They are not allowed to
They're
have any
stuck here as
opinions
long
or
as
thoughts.
we are.
And Frog Overwatch gives us the Frog Overwatch chat. Now, of course, I would say I'm going to send us to a map break, but the second I do, the BBQ is going to ready up. So we're just going to sit here and stall, which is usually what we're pretty good at. So while we're doing so, I'll take a drink of water and let you stall.
Well, I can show off all the hats I have right next to me because this is kind of what I did.
We need. I think we need to save that for a potential map 7.
Oh, I see. Okay, so if we get a map 7, I can move my camera to show you all the hats. Got it.
That's just incentivizes the players to go for a throw pick here at map 7.
I
Now,
see.
imagine if we draw Numbani.
You might have to get Oaks in here at that point because I need food at some point.
I can pull the solo cast, boys. I'm in.
Oh yeah, I mean you do that. Oh, bye, Mikey.
Oh. That's probably why we're not ready yet.
Check the webcam. Or check the face cam. Where you go?
He's gone.
Oh. He's gone.
Mikey crash.
Wow, I can't believe it.
Well,
I think now you might be.
now
safe
that
to
that's
do this
happened, we can
thing.
set us to a map break.
Yeah.
We're going to do that. Everybody Stay tuned. Map 6 coming up 2-2 in this first of 4 series. See who takes away our grand finals championship. Who gets the Corey Willis trophy will be the kind of BBQs or the gaming golems. Stay tuned to find out. And here we go. Mikey has returned to the land of the living, thankfully, as we move into our next map, which is, of course, going to be Numbani. And Frog is AFK, so we pause again. We had a little too much hope going in there that something would happen. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. So, I am currently in the solo cast mode because Fedora get some food. The West Coast lad had to eat, which is very understandable because we've been going for so long. We're almost at 2 hours and 15 minutes. I believe both teams have used all their timeouts by this point, and I am keeping track. But for certainly, they are over it. But of course, going into Numbani, the last time we saw the gaming Golems on Numbani, it was not pretty. They ran a Orisa Diva composition, and they got held on point A. It did not work out really too much in their favor. We'll have to see if they made some adjustments in the lab. That Dinner's coming back, but they have made some adjustments, hopefully, in the off time, in the off week. In the last scrim, they found out how to not suck so bad at Numbani, had to say it, but they keep the same lineup in that was on Numbani last time, but it's that same starting lineup they've been running basically the entire season. Be interesting to see exactly what they decide to pull out, but BBQs as well, no more for that, that ball and hog composition. But it doesn't really work too well in Numbani, but I suppose you could run that dive that we've seen them, especially in Watchpoint Gibraltar run, with Zawardo on the Winston and Real Dog on that Diva. But as we sit here and wait for Frog to return to us, he does only have a little bit amount of time left until we force this map to start, regardless of his presence. We have Rusty Goomba begging in the Golems chat to come back quickly. First, we have Mikey lose the Ethernet cord cable. And there we go. We are finally to move back in here onto Numbani. And you can see Hardchar's relief there in his, demonic bunny form. Whatever you want to call that. But, you can just see in the cams, these players are trying so hard to stay focused in this. Look at Matthew. Look at Matthew. He is just eyes on the screen. He is ready to game. Sly wearing that Vikings cap, of course, ready to potentially pull an unclutch maneuver at the end, at the final hour, as all Minnesota Vikings fans are known for. But we'll have to see. Rusty Goomba has to bring his boys back. He's got to be that leader of the team that he's been hailed for as MVP, as well as Mikey. Both the leaders, both looking cool, calm, and collected as we move in here to our map 6. Now, of course, we are going to go to a map 7, which is a first in Gopherwatch League Finals history. As of both previous times, it's been a 5-map series. So definitely the close finals we've had so far, and a good way to shut out the summer season that's been full of ups and downs. We get an exciting finals to really end it off. And now just a standard brawl composition against the dive here of the Wakanda BBQs. We will have to see what they decide to do on their attack, how they're going to go around this dive comp, because last time you can't really push that high ground because there's nothing really for you to do. The anti-nade comes in, finds Rusty Goomba, but Rusty Goomba retreats back to the safety of his team. The attack field is there, perfectly timed. Keeps that Diva up, and they lose Whalefish. A nice early pick there for Potato, but another anti-nade from Sly finds both Rusty and Frog, both that aggressive duo, not able to really come out of that small room, but so low. Zawardo has to retreat back to save his team, but he falls so weak. Zawardo cannot out-sustain Rusty Goomba's dive. And it looks like a pretty solid attack here for the Gaming Golems. They went into the lab and they adapted after their last attack here. Didn't go so well, but Whalefish has returned to the point and finds that anti-Hanzo. Can they get anything done? But the peel from Rusty Goomba is immaculate, but not immaculate enough. Can't get. Sly is still up there putting in the heals on whoever remained, but finally goes up. But Whalefish has returned to the point and gotten 2 kills. And Mikey back now on that soldier, and I might spoke a little bit too soon. They get 2 ticks on this initial attack, but they cannot get anything more as Berserker returns on the McCree, but gets instantly destroyed by Whalefish. Whalefish with the clutch play at the end there. Gave up his life for it, but I think he'll take that every day of the week. Now we got Mikey with a tactical visor. We have a nano visor. It's up to Restuguba really to shut this down. Now, since I am solo casting, we can go for a comms check inside the BBQ's camp and see what they are saying.
No.
Pushing on Hanzo.
Hanzo.
Frog around corner ghost. Watch.
He's Frog again.
Where's Frog? Whatever you do, be careful going around this
We're gonna have
corner.
3 out through this fight. Did they beat?
Up a bomb on the ball.
Yeah, they're probably gonna go on the this fight.
Yeah, I'll stall points. Don't worry about it, guys.
Frog is right back here, by the way.
They have bombed. They have a lot of shit.
Yeah,
Don't worry too much about him.
Yeah, don't go to your
I know.
They might go under.
They're up top.
Going high, going high.
Okay.
Kiting.
Three
Down.
half.
Freaking lap. They have no lap. Upper Diva. Diva's
What
dead.
the fuck?
Nice.
Do it touch.
I got touch.
Yep.
Can't touch.
One chance. Oh, I'm dead. Hanzo.
Come back, Zeus.
Wait, just die. You're just dead here. Oh, he bro.
And of course, Discord has a crash right at the final moment, but we did get a little bit of comms there in the end, and we had Whalefish trying to clutch out for the BBQs yet again, but did not quite work out as the Gaming Golem was able to push forward and get those picks. A nice shatter initially for Potato to lock down Real Dog and get that Diva out of the fight, which is a very good start here, especially if you're a Brawl. You need to take that high ground control, which is what Restuguba wants to do, but cannot do it with Diva contesting his face. Restuguba gets that Discord thrown on him, can't really do too much about that, has forced to retreat, but now as the Warrior drops up, Potato has that shatter, could drop it down yet again very early here, as Mike gets close to yet another tactical visor. The nano visor could be huge, but Whalefish yet again coming out so clutch for the BBQ so far this map. Been definitely the hard carry of them so far. The nano visor is now in the back pocket here of the BBQs, looking to use that potentially to win a fight. Here comes that tactical visor with that nano boost in the back line. But Restuguba uses that defense mage to do something about it, and it gets the kill onto Whalefish's hard char, and that tactical visor got nothing. I mean, Restuguba loses that mech and his life, but the shatter comes down and the flash! Oh my goodness gracious, Zawardo stood no
BBQ
chance.
just experienced the main tank experience right there.
That was Winston in 2021,
And they used Winston.
And
He was sent back into what was it? What's the word? Worcestershire.
Worcestershire, but Hardchar does get his dragon eaten by Real Dog, so a nice eat there. At 1.47 meters remaining, here comes that high noon from Zerker, gets nothing, but the beat is there from Frog to try to take out this Primal Raging Monkey in the back. Restuguba tries to Mikey right now, up on the high ground, pushes him back. Frog finds Matthew support differential coming out there as Uber Zerker gets on the kill on the side. Both supports are down for the BBQs. Llama King down. Whalefish is trying to clutch it out. Could it be possible? Mikey falls off the high ground, but right into his healing field, right in the biotic field. So it's now we're just a Frog running around, getting those kills, and now it gets a taxi. 2 minutes and 40 remaining in the bank. A much improved Nambani here from the Gaming Golems, considering last time.
Happy holiday.
Discord yet again has decided to crash. I think I'm back though. Uber Zerker does find Zawardo, so sorry you not get to talk, Mr. Color Commentator, but 2 picks coming in here.
Anyway.
I mean, they lose Potato. Hardchar, though, finds 2. Both supports down for the BBQs, and looks to be another quick fight victory for the Gaming Golems, and I will pass on to you because this fight's over.
Well, I gotta make good on the channel point redemption. Sly dies there into the plant with a flower right next to him. It really complements his complexion. Anyways, now actual casting.
And here comes the nano visor. Mikey gets 2, but Hardchar also found 2, and the shatter is big from Potato. puts down 2 members on their backs. They can't really do too much, and here comes the bomb from Rusty Goomba to try to bring this point back, and there you go. Matthew caught on the bomb. Wilford returns on the doofus. Can he clutch it out yet again? Oh, punches the cart! Oh no, if we would have got that pick, it would have been massive for the defense here, trying to stabilize. Zawardo is back on the ball here, tries to run around, get something done. And it's not looking too hot for him as Sly falls yet again. It's just a stall attackist right now. Can they get to under a minute, perhaps for an overtime push? As they return, but another shatter from Potato. Okay. Misses the charge, though, on the Diva. So 5 seconds remaining. 3, 2, and 1. And it did get under 1 minute. So if the BBQs are able to cap, they will get another shot.
Barely under a minute. Very close there at the end. I mean, they made the rush work to the best of their ability. Maybe not the best comp for this map, but definitely on third point. Rush is often swapped to, as it's less high ground and just more of a just wide hallway for them to go through. But the hard point part was definitely getting first there, which they did. And they made good use out of what they were able to find for the first point cap.
And yeah, I mean, the brawl definitely gets a lot better once you get to the point C, whereas what you saw, they just kind of rolled through that point. And that's a point where a lot of teams usually get stuck, and they lose a lot of that momentum. But they really didn't get caught on point B at all, except for one fight where they invested so many ultimates for the BBQs that the Golems just walked right through it and took it right away. So once they got past point A, the high ground control no longer a factor. The Golems brawl comp looked a lot better. But we have Mikey up on that Pharah, well, going to the Echo now, much, just better Pharah in most situations. So, at the end of the day, if you are the gaming Golems, if you can get the time bank dwindled down to a decent amount, starting at point C, you gotta feel pretty good about your chances because your brawl comp comes in much stronger there.
Yeah, but, I mean, the thing to watch out for right now is definitely Mikey on this Echo. Can be a really good carry here if they don't mark it too well. And you have Rusty and even Frog to mark the Echo and the Mercy. Will also be harassing the backline too, so that's something to keep in mind.
We did see Frog on, I believe, the point, or Ilios, just going after the Power Mercy by himself most times. So
there he goes.
Yeah, he's looking at the Echo right now. There he is, putting in that damn Uber Zerka's there. A nice headshot, or a nice flashbang, I should say. And there it goes down. There's the headshot I was talking about. And look at this! Frog is just bullying them in the back. That's a great play, a great flash from Uber Zerker as well to shut that down, get Echo out of the sky, and allows Frog to just run at him like an absolute manimal! Another kill on the Real Dog. And there you go. A nice opening fight there for the gaming Golems.
There's not, I mean, the only really good dive target here would be Charlie alone on the opposite high ground, but they need to get in a position where they can reach him. Kind of hard to do, because you also just have the BAP lamp to yeet on over there. Or the team to drop on your backline as you try and dive the Hanzo.
Here comes the dive in the BBQ, but gets booped. And oh my goodness, Zawardo falls so low on the point. And 2 kills already here in favor of the gaming Golems. Look at Zawardo trying to get back to the safety of his team, but it does not happen. As Zawardo goes down. And Real Dog is knocked out of mech. The stagger could be nasty. He's nowhere near a coastline.
He's got to keep moving.
He's not going towards the coastline. He's just running around circles.
They put him out of his misery.
Yeah, they saw Mikey coming back down main, and that's a very scary process or a very scary prospect if they can't turn around and look at him. But look at the ults for the BBQs. They can't build anything.
Whalefish needs to get set up to try and get on Charlie. That's their best option. He's kind of just free farming in the back hallway. There's no one going on him.
And now Frog has marked Whalefish. And they're pushing main again. They're not going on a hard char.
Oh,
a nice sleep on a Rusty Goomba.
Position.
Oh, but he gets the kill.
Oh, well, they forced my position and they forced bomb.
And they still haven't killed Harchar.
Yeah, they didn't kill him, and like I predicted, then the front line of the Golems just drop down and just run onto the back line of the BBQs.
And now Frog's in the back line getting another kill, and Real Dog's still out of mech here, 20%, nowhere near building up towards that mech. It's 1 minute and a half remaining, and this time bank is getting scarier and scarier every second.
Yeah, especially, I mean, they have a decent comp for this. I just don't think they're playing it well, or it's just Frog just forcing them out, just checking the DPS, not allowing them to get in good positions. Looks like they're just gonna run on coast, try a different angle here.
Yeah, Mike is gonna
Here they
push
go,
down
booped
main.
again though.
Oh, but a fat anti-nade from Sly. The Shatter comes down, locks down the Primal Raging Monkey, but here comes that duplicate Mikey. He has the Shatter, but there's absolutely 0 members of the Gaming Golem still standing enough for him to knock down.
Committing?
I mean, they kill Sly, and they kill Zawardo. It's not done just yet.
If they get back here.
Yeah, Zucker has High Noon as well.
And, I mean, Frog is just... Frog first forced recall from Whalefish.
And now Patel's return to the fight, and Llama King has that Amplification Matrix and the Immortality Field, so again, never say die, but the bomb could be big from Riddle Dog. It gets nothing, no Immortality Field, but no problem for the Gaming Golems, but Mikey is popping off on the Echo, getting the kills, and I think finally cleaning up this point, but getting into overtime on point A of the Brawl composition, you're feeling pretty darn good about yourself to the Gaming Golems.
Yeah, I mean, it was just so hard to get in there. Frog booped every single engage that BBQ tried to make onto their front line. And then when they went onto the back line by Charlie, he just ran away. They couldn't catch him. And then the Golem saw that, just like, okay, time to drop on your back line. Now you just get no help. But curious to see how the ults coming in here are used. Pulse, Valk, and almost Nano. Compared to just a High Noon, so we gotta be careful if you're Mikey here. And also the Valk, because if you caught up in the air against High Noon, that's not gonna end too well.
Playing very aggressive here. It's going to be BBQ holding up that high ground and holding that space. Tries to put Potatoes down, but Uber Zerker use that bubble. Here comes a High Noon, and Cook is towards Zawardo bone HP, and Uber Zerker cleans up that kill. So a nice play by the McCree. Yeah, but Mikey finds that Echo Beam, just a better character. Gets the kill. And I mean, it's up to Hard Charter. He's talking about the Pulse Bomb, finds nothing but air from Whalefish. Whalefish gets that Nano Boost, now it's going in on the tank line. Finds Llama King on the Baptiste. And just puts it, but a huge Shatter! Knocks down 2 members, and the charge onto the Nano Boosted Whalefish. Stood no chance, but here comes Mikey with a duplicate. Mikey refuses to lose this fight. Chucks the bomb to stop any potential contesters. Gets a new mech right back, but I'm moving to point C here with about a minute remaining in the time bank, and now the brawl gets even stronger. Do we see a swap from the BBQs?
I mean, he has his primal range. He's probably going to look to use this, and if that doesn't work, I would predict a swap. But without the Lucio, it's going to be a little bit annoying trying to run Monkey here. I mean, run a Reinhardt here. BBQ's looking, and he's already in.
A nice primal raid disrupts the Reinhardt. A nice primal purple combo. The dragon is there to try to stave off this aggression. The bomb as well in the backline finds Sly, and oh, the headshot through the window from Harchar! Finds the mech and the kill on. Oh, they res Sly. Oh, why did you bring him back? Just to suffer. Why are we still here? Says Sly as he gets wrapped back straight into hell.
It was a pretty good engage with what they had. They got the ability for BBQ just to boop him out of the immortality field as the nade lands. Just able to route the potato, but the response from the Golems was way too good.
And here comes that swap over onto the brawl. And yeah, here comes the Genji in 2021 experience yet again. Frog has that beat. Will he look to be aggressive with it? Of course he will. It's Frog! He's already on Whalefish!
Oh no.
And they find Zawardo early as the Immortality Field falls. Oh, Frog, I think, almost just jumped right into that bomb, but Roadlog gets a rematch kill onto Uber Zerker, so it's not done just as of yet. The Shadow comes down, knocks down so many members. Potato putting in the work today on this Reinhardt. I have to say it. Been doing pretty darn good with the Shadows, and another stagger onto Real Dog in the start here. And Real Dog is, I mean, thankfully close enough. He's not going to a coastline.
He wants to kill Frog. He's bloodthirsty. The Bunny Blaster does a lot of damage.
He's not jumping.
He believes. Not many ults here. Oh no. This is not looking good. The ult bank for the Golems is so good right now.
It does look very good. Both support ults and both DPS as well as the bomb. Here comes a nice window. Basically blocks up the entire sight line. There's no Diva Mech to eat this damage.
Riddle? Oh, I thought I was going to go for the remake.
They get it, but here's the bomb from Rusty. Goomba gets Matthew. But Rusty pays for his life, so it's not done just yet. The BBQs, despite having a severe ult disadvantage, turn this fight in their favor. The beat is invested from Frog, but they get nothing really out of it, and the tanks are still very healthy at the point. Whalefish comes in, gets another kill. Whalefish has that dragon, but Zawardo's just swinging that hammer around, getting the damages. Frog on the point, gets so many boop kills, and they get Real Mech out, or Real Dog out of his mech, or Riddle Mech. And now here comes yet another stagger onto Real Dog, and he's not going to get near a coastline, he is just he's done. This
It was
might be the
so
map.
good there for a second, but in the end, they just came back with the respawns and they weren't able to keep their momentum going for the BBQs.
It's up to the blade from Mikey to get anything done. Uber's Zerker. Oh, gets shattered in the middle of his high noon. And here comes the blade. Oh, heart jar!
Genji experience!
Genji experience indeed. But I think the BBQ are still winning this fight as Whalefish finds 3 headshot kills.
He can't do more.
BBQ claiming he can't do more, but there's Whalefish on his team. How can he even say that? But there's no ults for the gaming golems, but they have the respawns.
Oh no. Can they get this? He charges in. He's so low.
The charge onto the point. Llama King swaps over onto that Moira. Here comes the bomb in the back. Finds nothing. The Rayback kill! Riddle Dog! But they do find Whalefish with the Dragon, so it's an even fight. 5 for 5. Here comes the bomb from Rusty Goomba. Will it be enough? Rusty Goomba finds nothing, but finds no Rayback kill either, so it's still a 4v5 for the BBQs right now. Is his last fight territory? This could potentially be the right winner, but Sly goes down to Heart Jar. Llama King finds Matthews. Both forced down for the BBQs. There's no heal for the tank line. Roll Dog and BBQ has to go hyper aggressive in the back with the charge from Spawn from Potato. And Zawardo goes down, and that is going to be the map. We are now at match point for the gaming golems.
And grand finals points, might I add, but this is a counter pick. This isn't a map the Golems should win. They're a rush team. They want Trick Rush. They want a dive map. What's going on?
How did they do it?
Oh, look! This is how they did it. Look at them.
Well, that's the wrong team, Fedora.
Oh yeah, that's right. I mean,
look at how they adapted to what happened to him. Yeah.
Look how they almost did it. Oh, bye, BB. Oh, BBQ's done. Okay. Interesting.
That is very interesting. Wonder if it's just a restart, perhaps?
Restart, or is he tired and wants to go Betty by?
No, he's still in the comm. He's still in the cam. So I think it's just a reset, perhaps. Yeah, he's still in the cams.
Oh my goodness, Charlie's camera. What the heck? Oh, I didn't have the snipping tool ready. That would have been great.
I'm gonna lose you because I'm gonna go to the cams, but we're at match point, so we gotta show what both these teams are looking at right now. I'm gonna lose you.
All I know is that. Oh no.
Wait, you're still here?
For now.
For now, big.
For now, all I can see is everyone looking a bit tired.
I mean, we are going to map 7. And we could potentially go to map 8. There goes the Discord. It's gone. But these players need to dig deep. We are at map 7. This is the grand finals. Oh, just look at Whalefish. He knows he could not have done more on that map. Whether it be the Tracer clutch on the defense, whether it be that Hanzo absolutely pounding on the attack, Whalefish could not do more on that attack, on that map all around, and just looking dejected after that one. They got to bring it back. They'll be the BBQs. This is their season on the line. One more map, and it is going to be a hybrid. So we are not going to get a draw. So we are going to have a winner. Oh no! I mean, it's going to be escort. So I mean, what escort map do you even take the gaming golems to? I'll go back to our caster cams and try to reboot Discord, see if it works again, and right. There we go. Welcome back. But we got to see the player cams. All that matters, man. All right. Now you got more opportunity to think about what you're gonna say, because now what you're gonna say is absolutely genius. On to you.
I mean, map pick. That's kind of the thing here. Where do you want to take them? What map will give you an advantage, but not the golems? Because this is kind of important.
Junkertown.
Junkertown? I mean, yeah, but who do you have to make use of that? You could do the hog ball, I guess. You put Mikey on the Widow here? But looks like they're doing something even more spicy. Look who's here. It's the man himself.
It's the hog guy.
Boy. The hog guy.
And Ghosty comes right back in for Matthew. We'll see if any of the golems have any swaps before we.
Let's just see what they do here, and it is Junkertown. So, definitely gonna be. They can run the Hog. Hog maybe Sigma. Does Mikey play Widow here?
I
Does he stick on
I
a
think
Tracer?
Mikey goes. I don't.
What does Mikey play here? Because I know Whalefish just plays Hanzo. That's pretty easy, but you have to match it against Charlie's Hanzo. But what adaptations do the Golems have for the comp? Or do they just say, let's run it down mid, just keep on rushing? Does it need something?
Something obviously has to change because that was your map pick on Numbani. You were very confident heading into that one because you saw what the Golems did against the Gremlins on Numbani, which was absolutely nothing. And you're like, oh, let's just go to Numbani. It's a dive map. They can't run the brawl there. They just, nope, we're going to play Reinhardt. And they ran at you on the high ground and took the space from you. Mikey couldn't do anything on the Echo because of Frog just checking him. He was just keeping him honest.
I mean, the thing is, Frog should just die if he does that, right?
He should.
But he doesn't, because he's Frog.
Yeah.
In theory, just kill the Lucio, but it's Frog. You just can't kill him. He's basically just a diva in disguise. Just making Rusty's job so much easier. Rusty can just focus on the front line, while Frog is just like, yup, I'm just going to check them for you.
We're yet again waiting on Frog. Who knows where Frog goes after these maps?
Where does he go?
Do you think Frog goes
to
to
the pond?
wall?
No, he goes to the pond in the back, and he just soaks.
I was thinking he has wall rides in real life. He just goes around his room for a couple laps.
He just wall rides. He just wall rides to the pond in the back.
And our Frog has returned from his wall ride / pond, so who knows what he's doing. But he's gonna need it going into map 7 of our grand finals. It's do or die here for the BBQs. Possibly a championship on the verge here for the Gaming Golems as they move in here on a Junkertown. What comps will we see from both these teams? Very interesting decisions, because this is where your season lies for basically both of these teams. Because if you go to another, control point here for the Gaming Golems, you're running out of good ones for your comp, and you can go to Legion Tower for the BBQs.
Yeah, that's kind of the issue that you're thinking. And here we do. It is Sigma Hog. Mikey on the Ashe. I forgot Ashe was a character.
Oh
Not
my.
gonna lie.
Yeah, Ashe is a character, isn't she?
Yeah, just Widow Light.
just it's like the dog, the Keems meme with the big dog and the small dog. The Widowmaker. I can headshot somebody from 3,000 miles away. The Ashe. Please, I need the mercy pocket for my dynamite. Oh, I don't feel Bob. It's just
True.
that's Ashe 2021 right there. We say that a lot, don't we, Fedora? That's our running thing right now.
Yeah, but
Insert character 2021 experience.
Look at the Golems. They're just running the same thing. They believe.
Why would you swap?
Are they just...
I mean, I don't. Oh, but Whalefish finds Hardchar. Nice early pick there. Really, they can't take the space right back, but it's a nice shot out there from Hardchar. Lets his opponent know that he respects that move. But they still get the free cart push here, and now they're going to the first corner. It's up to Thick Boy to do something fresh off the bench. Just join that lobby.
Oh no. Frog's gonna look for Boop. He's gonna boot. He gets the frog. He gets the. Oh no! Run away!
He gets the frog somehow. Incredible! And down Thick Boy goes down. And we have Riddle Dog going off the points while tries to help the Hog get back. But Whalefish with another pick. Whalefish refuses to lose this grand finals. He's been putting in the work on both these last couple maps. And Whalefish again, putting up an MVP level performance. He's looking like Leave out here.
Oh, but Charlie just doinks Mikey.
But they get that res.
Though.
So
and
right back in the fight. And
no. Thick Boy
goes for the hook and gets it on a Rusty, but Rusty just barely managed to stay in that mech. But Mikey gets the pick on the Frog. A nice punish there. And the Dragon is well placed by Whalefish, prevents the retreat, but they decide to press the W key right into them. They do not know the meaning of retreat, the Gaming Golems. As now the high ground is claimed and controlled by Potato, but there's nobody else really up there with him. He's just he's chilling, man. He's finally
such a hard spot to rush. It's so open, you can't really go on because they can just press.
Oh, what a hook from Thick Boy as well. The bob in the backline from Mikey, putting in the work. Llama King forced to use the Immortality Field, but it goes down, and so does he almost instantly afterwards. Rusty Guba finds Whalefish, but this Bob has such open sight lines he can shoot literally everywhere.
That's a Torb turret level 3 right there.
Oh, the good old days.
The good old days. Anyways,
these
the
adjustments
ults-
have been good.
The ults are just not there because they're not able to really sweet on anyone because they just run away. Kinda hard for them to find value, but they gotta be careful with Thick Boy on this flank, looking for the hooks as always.
The Dragon from Hardchar could potentially clear off this high ground for him. They do force that eat out of Real Dog, so the Dragon is basically free right now. Here comes the bomb from Rusty Goomba. Does catch Mikey and gets the remake kill on the Whalefish even through the Transcendence. Gets 3 kills. And that's a very rough... Oh, Hardchar with that flick of the wrist onto the Mercy. And there you go. A lot of red filling up that kill feed there on both the headshot marker and the kill feed. So next, that's going to be point A here for the Gaming Golems. Now, as we move in here, Real Dog has a Gravitic Flux. There is the beat from Frog to potentially counter it, but look at this aggressive positioning coming out from the Gaming Golems. Look to be going on a bit of a flanking maneuver here. Rusty Gooba might have exposed, though, as Frog is taken down by Mikey. A nice early put, but on the shadow from Potato! Knocks down 4! It's a huge play from the Gaming Golems main tank! And that's just what you needed in a time like this, and Sly hits that Flame Strike just on the edge of it. Both supports are kind of left off to support themselves, but they do get the kill on a Potato as well as a Llama King. Thick Boy returns, finds 3, and despite the heroics of Potato, they lose that fight, but they get a bit of cart progress on the first corner. The Dynamite goes in for Mikey as well. And I mean, it's looking pretty rough here if you are... It's looking pretty rough here if you're the Gaming Golems, because now the high ground is fully in control of DPS of the Wakanda BBQs.
I mean, they're looking to change that. They're just gonna walk all the way up. Do they just catch? Can they catch Thick Boy? They do.
They do, but here comes
All
the
these
Bob Flux combo. So much damage. But Rusty's eating it all, but it doesn't matter. They turn around for the Bob, so now Mike can just pelt in the damage. But the flank from Zerker finds Whalefish. Okay. But it's not going to be nearly enough, and the res comes through anyway. So,
Frog is
inconsequential.
here. What's Frog gonna do?
He's going to run away.
He's gonna leave. Okay.
And they put Rusty out of his misery.
I find the Golems here. I would want to go all the way through this small hallway and try and clear off that high ground, because that's their best opportunity. I mean, either that or you try and run on the Sigma, but now he's back on high ground, so now you can't. You just have to do that. You can't just... Oh, they get... But now they're just on the opposite high ground. You can't access their high ground from here.
There's no one who can rush, and now look at Mikey and Whalefish playing so split. Putting in the work. The Dragon comes through, forces the Transcendence out of Sly. Must have been caught on the stairs during that Dragon come through, used it to save his own life.
Here they come. They're trying to get up here, but they're ready for it.
I mean, they use the Dragon to create some space for the rush, and the hook misses, so Ghostly cast use that Valkyrie. Now they just back away and give the space, and now the park push comes through. Rusty Gooba with the bomb. Does not catch anything. He gets hooked out of the remake by Thick Boy, but Hardchar's already found 2 on the back end of that. The bomb created the space they needed. Yeah, the bomb creates the space, and they take advantage of it. Oh, okay. And Thick Boy uses that whole hog, gets another kill. Somehow they've brought this back. Thick Boy and Mikey are there, putting in the work on the points. A huge play from them.
Golems look so lost there for so long. They're like, all right, do we go up? No, we don't. No, how about now? No. And then they eventually do after the bomb's committed. They took so long just to try and commit.
The hook does not find anything from Thick Boy. Frog used that as advantage. Just go super aggro here. Riddle Dog uses the rock. Can't quite hit the Frog. Use it to retreat, but so ultra building up here for both sides. But the Bob can be used to contest that point. Oh, but it can't. It can't when he's dead. And a nice boop on the Real Dog, force him on the low ground. They can't really do anything to keep that Sigma alive. Has to use the eat. The kinetic grass grits him nothing but a couple extras on his own. Let the shadow the 180 on the Thick Boy. And now supports and Mikey are on the high ground, or Whalefish, and it's still winnable here. Mikey come back with the Bob. Very contestable here for the BBQs, especially with those 2 going down. The Dragon is on to the point. They find Whalefish, but will it be enough? As the Bob is now on the point, the charge on the Bob to get him off the point just long enough, but the beat from Frog is there. They go hyper-aggressive on the Mikey positioning. Take him out. They got Sly as well. So now it's just Bob desperately doing something on the point, but Bob can't do everything around here. It is up to the team to do so, and the clutch beat from Frog keeps the Gaming Golems attack on Junkertown alive.
Yeah, a bit scary there, but Frog able to get them off high ground and able to go on those targets pretty well. Allowed the rush to work in the end. But, I mean, once again, there's a lot of high ground for the BBQs to hold here, especially for their DPS.
Yeah, there is a lot of high ground now. They've got full control in it right now. And it's a lot harder to push the Brawl comp off it because they can just sit there as a 6-man unit.
The Ryan isn't there, and the Ryan's hooked.
The Ryan gets back to point and is completely fine, but did get some healing over for his Baptiste. Yeah, straight J chillin'. But now Mike's doing a bit of a flank angle here, but they spot him and they stun him! The high noon, but Whalefish peeks around the corner and gets that kill. A huge play from the Hounds with the BBQs. Opens it up and Thick Boy with the big hook. And it looks like a stabilization coming in here. Rusty Goomba does manage to get Archer out alive for the moment, but he keeps taking the ego duel against Whalefish. He's got to get out of there.
This is looking... I mean, always running a Brawl in a non-so-Brawl friendly map is a bit scary. So like, okay, you need to close these long sight lines, but how you do it? I'm gonna choose go up the stairs, trying to push off Sigma, but he's pooped off.
They push him off, but here comes that flux from Riddle Dog. It's a big one! But these entire field, and he pays for it with his life! The bomb is used on the point! But Rusty dives in the back line like a freak of nature, uses that bomb against the remag. No, he does not! Whalefish uses no Diva as an advantage to use that Dragon right on the point. Frog is desperately trying to do something on the point with that beat, but it's not going to be long-lived. And right there, 56.29 meters. The Golems have a grand finals win condition in front of them here.
Yeah, and you gotta see, do they adapt? Do they change their comp? Or do they... I honestly expect them to hold close.
I do as well.
But, I mean, if you're the BBQs, you should know that. What are you gonna do? How are you gonna play against it?
Go up top. Dynamite. Go around the left door, on the right door. They can't do anything.
I mean, yeah, but the thing is, in theory, yeah. Do they do that? That's the question.
Maybe. Mikey's got kind of a brain on him.
Yeah,
He's
and
running the Ash. That's part 1.
No changes from their end, but do see Rusty moving on to the Sigma. Interesting choice.
A little easier to hold and contest the high ground, I suppose, with the shield and the eat and the rock. You know, a little bit more stun potential for the hog. I mean, I'm gonna say it. Rusty was not doing a very good job of eating Mikey's dynamites, getting so much value out of those. A lot of burn damage being put in there. Now there's those Rusty just slowly floating up the stairs, and they probably saw him.
They're not holding close.
It appears it appears not. Rusty is just chilling.
Oh no, they can't because they had to make a late swap, and then they're gonna be late here. Okay, that's unlucky.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate.
Probably a miscommunication about the comp.
Rusty has to go for an early rock to try to get some time on the clock, but how does that flame strike go through the cart? I do not know.
Oh, Frog just gets stoned from a mile away.
And then it comes of it though, and the eat from Rusty Gooba on the dynamite.
Playing. Did they catch?
Oh, nice pick from Hardchar into Whalefish on his opposite number. The Hounds are out of the fight. It's a lot more spam potential here in favor, and Thick Boy goes down as well. The Brawl unit moving as 6 right now, not allowing this hog flank to get too much value here. As there you go, Real Dog goes down. And this will be a fight win here for the Wakanda BBQs. A nice boot from Frog pushes Whalefish right into the enemy lines.
Oh, Frog's no fear. He's going, and he dies because of it.
That's you should have some fear next time, maybe. Maybe you'll learn and adapt. Forced to retreat now is going to be the Gaming Golems.
Nonsense. He doesn't. He only has 7 deaths. He's fine.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
A very late pick there onto Hardchar as well. Could be a rough start as now Mikey has full control over this entire sightline at point A. With that Mercy Pocket, 65% to that Bob. But Llama King tries to get to that window, but dies. I cursed him a little bit there, Llama King. I apologize.
Oh, no. This is a free point. They just keep staggering and dying.
Yeah, like you said, this is free real estate right now for the BBQs, and they can't even get to the point close enough really to do anything because the spam damage comes from Mikey. A nice dynamite as well, finds Potato, and can they touch the point in time? Looks like they can, but will it matter? I do not believe so, and that's point A going the way of the BBQs very quickly.
Dropping one after the other. They're just like, oh, this person's, we see him, easy kill. Next, easy kill. Next, easy kill. Not really getting a good regroup there.
This is where that mental fatigue is starting to set in, I think, a little bit for the Gaming Golems. You know, Thick Boy fresh off the bench, has that fresh mental, has the fresh mechanics. And they're playing hyper-aggressive around his Roadhog, and it's working out very well. Whalefish, I will say it again refuses to lose right now, putting in one hell of a performance on this Hanzo over the last 2 maps. But some ultimates here for the Gaming Golems for a recontest. They could get another nasty defense going here on the point B as the High Noon comes out for Zerker, but a nice eat does not matter in the end there as Uber Zerker finds Mikey and Whipfish goes down to Hardchar. And there you have it yet again. The defense starts to stabilize, but Frog goes down, so unless they get this kill on the Mercy, they could potentially recontest quickly the BBQs.
Frog wishing them happy holidays as he goes into the backline, but then he finds a hog, and then the hog sends his regards. I mean, there's not much you can do with that. The ult bank coming online. Look at the ult bank for the BBQs. This is looking very good for them. Cycle of ults needs to be coordinated pretty well by these golems for them to have a chance against this massive ults bank coming in. All their first force off high ground.
Oh, Sly almost got that kill there on the Hardchar, but the Shatter comes down, knocks down both tanks. And fluxes are exchanged, but Mikey's Bob is in the back line to do the damage on the cart to make the space. Forces the trance out of Sly, but at the end of the day, it looks like the BBQs have won this fight. And with the stagger here on a potato, I don't know if they get another chance of point B defense. It's up to point C. Frog is in the back line right now, but can he get caught out and kept honest?
Watch him kill 6, I believe. Look at him. He's looking for it.
He's ready to engage.
He's ready. He goes.
He goes in,
Gets
finds the
Double
Zenyatta. That's exactly what he wants. A good pick there, and they get the kill, but Mikey kills him in return. 0.37 meters and 2 kills quickly for the Golems.
Oh, no shot.
I mean, you say that, but Ghostseek is forced to retreat. Hardchar parts ways with a nice arrow down main.
Oh, Whalefish gets one as he runs away.
But Hardchar again gets the kill, so, I mean, what a stall there from Fraud to get that kill on the Zen and stop it at 0.37 meters. Now the cart begins to move backwards, and there's no ults really for the side of the BBQs to push us back in.
They had that massive ult bank, and, I mean, they're building it back up, but we have now is Whole Hog. But ult bank from the Golems, you have Beat, should have Window, Dragon. It's looking pretty good as they come into this next fight. As long as this fight can go long, they should get good ults by the tail end of it.
And here comes Thick Boy going very aggressive on Rusty Goomba, but gets rocked out of the hook. But now there's no eat for this Whole Hog. Does he go for the Whole Hog? He does onto the Rusty Goomba, but Hardchar already found Whalefish. So it's a 1-for-1 trade right now. As, I mean, the spawns will come in handy. Oh, a nice hook! Oh, no, they can't get the kill! And the flash as well. Both support ults and the dragon invested. Okay, a lot of ults being pressed, a lot of Qs being used for the Gaming Golems. Just like you said right there goes the ult bank. Honey, I lost the ult bank.
But honey, I may have invested in Dogecoin. How much did you invest? Just like 3 ults.
Honey, I put our entire kid's college fund into Bitcoin.
Oh, no.
My friend at work told me it was smart. Please help. But,
please.
Look at the ults building up for the BBQs.
I mean, they have good ults, but there's still 3. Rusty should be able to get this pretty early on in this fight as he pokes.
Just a nice rock from downtown from Rusty Goomba. But now the DPS going to a bit of a flank angle here. Forced to back up though as Frog is there to boop him down. The tank's starting to move forward here. Thick Boy looks for the hook and he gets it on the Llama King! Oh, wait, what? The potato! From the high ground, from the top ropes!
Yo, they use 3 ults again. Oh, but the Bob.
The Bob from Mikey is there. It forces Frog to retreat. And yeah, now the Bob is on the
Uber
point.
Is very sad. Uber is very sad.
Uber. Gonna burn to death, and there we go. And now 56.29 meters remain between the Wakanda BBQs and the Gaming Golems, and map 8 of the grand finals.
But look at the ult bank once again. It's so in favor of the BBQs right now. The support ults weren't built up all that well in that last fight, but they have good support ults for BBQs. They have the dragon. They have the flux. They also have a. Oh, there goes Mikey though.
Oh, but they get Frog. That's a great trade. And the res on a Mikey, so the trades for naught. And here comes the Flux, lifts Rusty Goomba up into the air. He cannot eat this dragon as Whalefish finds 2. I'm not a prognosticator, but I think we're going to map 8 here, Fedora. Unless Frog has... Oh, the hook from Thick Boy. We're going to map 8.
Wow. I hope everyone in chat was ready for this. Because you're missing out on some Overwatch League, but you get this instead.
I mean, to be fair, it's just
No.
Dallas crushing Atlanta, so who really cares? This is where the real Overwatch is at tonight.
True.
And a huge play from Mikey. And, oh my god.
He just... Hello there. I think, oh my goodness. Here we go. Here we go. Into the deep end.
Exactly. Just
Where
as
did
you
they
said.
take him?
It's
I mean,
Koth, so who
they
knows
still
where
have
you go.
Busan. That's the only thing I would think.
I mean,
is they
you don't
wanna
pick
take
Lijiang,
Busan
so...
unless you think you're better. That's the alpha play. It's just pick Lijiang and win.
I mean, maybe we'll have to see. I mean, do you go Lijiang because of Frog?
You go Lijiang because of Frog and also because that's what every team always scrims.
Potentially there's Oasis too? I don't know.
But that's more dive heavy. At least for City Center. I mean, if you're lucky and get University first, then maybe.
But then you gotta deal with the Mikey Farah on
Hey guys,
Gardens.
worry about Gardens. Yeah, the Gardens is just not going to be good for you.
I mean, it's gotta be Busan. It has to be Busan.
You have to go Busan unless they pull a 180 and they say nope, we're playing Assault. Take us to Paris.
Well, I would be very shocked if they said we're playing Assault because I don't allow that. So I'd be very shocked. And yes, it is the final map of Gopherwatch Season 3. No matter what happens on this control point, we are finally going to be able to crown a champion. After an absolute slobber knocker. Well, I guess we do just reset. So we are going to 2CP. It's not Koth. It is 2CP. I'm mistaken. It's Temple of Anubis. So Temple of Anubis could be our final map of the season, or it could be the launching point to map 9. We'll have to see. Yes, Discord did crash again, but I'm back. But
Oh no, we have to go to 2CP.
yeah, we have to go. No. We have to go to 2CP, and last time we went to 2CP, it was close. Is a 5-4 or is it? No, it's a 4-3.
To accommodate this moment, I'm gonna show off my hats though.
Yeah, we're going to map 8. This could be the final map. So go ahead and show your hat collection.
Oh, there's also my cat back there. I don't know if I can see that. I need to change my screen so I can see all this. There's all the hats. I just haven't set down on the floor. You can see him. There's my cat too. Look at him. What a nice cat. It's a very large cat. Look at that cat compared to the hat. It's a massive cat.
Dr. Seuss's new classic, The Cat Compared to the Hat.
The cat compared to the hat. Indeed. All right. Put this back here somewhere. I know he'd. Close enough. I don't care.
That's close enough. We're going to map 8. It's close enough already in the series. Now we're just waiting for those BBQs to give us that R. Maybe they'll do a swap back in of a player. Who really knows? All I know is I have got my fingers ready to go in for the winning moment. I have the cams ready. Everything's good to go. We can go in the voice comms of the winning team, perhaps. See those cams. See that excitement of the winners. Who knows? But we might not see it this map. We might see another draw.
If we draw, I'm gonna make my cat cast instead.
I will solo cast the last map. I'll bring us home.
It's just gonna be an allegory for most of the casting instances. It's just Booney. Booney does it all.
Just Booney, just at the cosplay stream. Anyway, I was there for 12 hours. I can do this. I can go map 7. I can go map 9. I can go map 12 if you dare me to. But please don't. As we move in here onto Temple of Anubis, this map was a very good map for the Gaming Golems last time we saw them play it against the Galapagos Gremlins in a semifinals match, but it's also pretty good into the comps.
Don't remind me of that.
It plays pretty good into the comps of the Wakanda BBQs as well, so both teams are going to be pretty evenly matched, of course, as always, as they've been through the entire series, and Rusty Goomba is trying to wake himself up as well as Lava Kid. They are trying to wake themselves up for this map H fiasco. They were so close, they can't let slip away here. Neither can the BBQs. Neither of these teams can play it. I mean, can I give the championship to both these teams at this point? Because they have played a hell of a series on both ends. Especially now Thick Boy coming in. Had one great showing on Roadhog on Junkertown. A good swap getting BBQ out for Thick Boy. And Thick Boy comes in and does the tasks. Does his work. He's not sus, baby. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my gourd. There's moving here. Rusty Goomba's going to go for that boop off the high ground. Doesn't look like he's going to get it. Gets booped back or pulled back by Real Dog, I believe. And they get Uberzerker very early on the pull. The slam comes in for Rusty Goomba. Gets rocked and taken down by Whalefish. So 2 picks coming here early in favor of the Wakanda BBQs. And it looks like that's going to be on pretty good stabilization here. As now they're just stuck here. They can't really push out just as of yet. They're there. They're chilling.
Yeah, they're just set up. They got this double shield pretty good on this point for defense. But Rusty is off the ball. I mean, I like the ball pick on this map in general, but with Orion, it's not too good. You can get the boop. You can get them to be booped up high ground. It's pretty good, but I mean,
good boop.
They just don't care.
That's a really good boop. Takes the Thick Boy off that point, but Rusty goes a little too deep, flies a little too close to the sun. And Sly, the support line, keeps each other alive, and now... I mean, Patel is very weak on the point. Frog finds a kill onto Mikey. Whalefish responds, though. Oh, the remake just barely misses. He can't get the kills. Hardchar takes down the mess. It is Whalefish, but I think it's not going to be enough as BBQs have so many numbers on the point as Thick Boy is still there, putting in the work.
They're not clearing them off the point, though. They're going to get their main tank back.
And Hardchar gets a kill on the Sly. So
they're not able to secure these kills.
I don't know what the hell is happening anymore. Rusty Goomba gets a absolute drive-by by Go-Seek and takes out the mark. Oh, Hardchar! Catches Mikey sleeping on that one. Gets that boy slumped off.
They had the advantage for so long. They just weren't able to secure the kills that they needed. Weren't able to like find those pulls. The focus fire. Just the focus fire wasn't good because they were just able to kite around. And Diva was in their tanks for so long.
I mean, they don't have mech, but look at the ults building up on both sides. I guess this defense could stabilize very quickly with a good flux.
I mean, any of these ults could just work very well for them. I mean, there's 3 hallways here. There's 3 choices to use this dragon. It looks like if they want to throw it down left side, here's the time. Looks like they're just gonna wait. And here it comes.
And here comes that dragon. There you go. Get 2 kills. Very well placed dragon by Whalefish.
You stopped the momentum, but you didn't get any ults committed. So you have the ult bank still building up for the golems here. Almost.
Yes, we have lost Discord yet again, but the nice place dragon there from Whalefish kills 2 before the fighting begins. So you still hold on Supercharger, still have that gravitic flux for this next fight. I mean, Whalefish already 30% to the next dragon, 40%. Getting that mercy pocket from Go-Seek.
The question is, do the golems commit to a fight here, or do they see if they can get any more ults out? Because this could just be a fight about economy. Do they want to just... No, there's one.
There's comes 2. The window, but Mikey's Bob is in the back, and the big slam from Thick Boy. The Shatter's invested, gets 2, but he's already down all members of his team.
That's all their ults.
They used 5 ults.
But, I mean, you got all the ults out of the BB... I mean, it's a trade. Because now...
But the defense is just better, though.
Yeah, it is just better, but a equal trade of ultimates, but...
The law of equivalent exchange, my friend.
Except for the fact that they have a dragon into these 3 hallways again, and you saw how that worked last time, and then you're on... Just compared to a bomb, where it's just zoning. There's no combo with it.
I mean, it might create that space, but... I don't think it'll be enough. Oh, a big dynamite comes in for Mikey.
It's almost gonna have another Bob for this fight.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're playing this so slow, so the spam is just being able to build the ultimates much faster. They're staying there. They're waiting for the cooldowns to come back. But here comes a bomb from Rusty Goomba. Does find Thick Boy, so a good start there for the Gaming Golems. They get Mikey as well. But Whalefish finds 1, but doesn't even matter, as somehow the Gaming Golems have turned 1 bomb into a fight victory here. Thick Boy returns to the point, but can't really do much. And this could be a point cap.
Who needs ults? Just the pin!
And the boop on the other side, the boop on the left side, prevents Mikey from touching. 2 minutes and 4 seconds in the time bank.
Who needs ults? This is not an ability-based game mode. This is Counter-Strike Global Offensive. They just used a flashbang. That's all the bomb was, which is a flashbang.
Flash out.
Watch out. Imagine CSGO if you had like Lucio speed amping people around. Oh my goodness.
Let's go. Speeds you in the back line.
It speeds you in the back line, just be hopping around.
Well, I mean, there's a game called Valorant that's basically that, but whatever, I digress.
Oh, no.
2 minutes and 4 seconds in the time bank for the gaming golems. That's pretty good. And now the brawl comp works very well in the defense here. Can the BBQs crack it open with perhaps a ball composition or Mikey on the Echo? It's up to him. It's up to the MVP candidate. Basically, the catalyst of this revival of their season.
Go. He's gonna play the funny blue girl. But then again, keep in mind, you got Rusty and the Diva. But if he doesn't work, you got Frog. Look at him. Look, Frog's ready. Frog has no fear. He's scouting them in their spawn, just floating there. Look at him.
Yeah, he's getting an idea of what they have no idea they're running either. So Frog's not getting much valuable information here. Then they finally make that decision, and now Frog skedaddles.
Look at him go.
Autobots roll out, back to safety, and there he is, back with the team. So now it's up to the brawl versus the spam here.
Look, it's very similar to the comp they ran on Junkertown. Be careful with Thick Boy's hooks. They're playing so bad, they're giving it so much respect.
Oh, what a rock from Real Dog as well.
They're just gonna run on Sigma though.
Oh, but they lose the mech.
Do they get
And
the Sigma
Llama
to trade
King.
though, but they lost. No, they didn't fully commit onto him.
That's a lot of
was
picks
just
already
potatoes
gone in
clear
favor of the
on the
BBQs. And they're just pelting in the damage. Mikey with the beam.
On the beam.
Here, I mean, one good thing for the gaming golems, that fight was so bad in your favor that the BBQs did not build any ults, so good for the golems.
I mean, you say that, but Whalefish.
Yes. I say that about Whalefish. That's
Whalefish.
basically been the entire series so far. Whalefish has put the team on his back, it seems, at points in this series. I mean, this Hanzo has been extraordinary from him. The free agent acquisition been very good for him so far in this final match.
Yeah, but you gotta be careful. I think they're just poking for Whalefish ult and going off of that. Is that what they're looking to do? They're playing so passive here. They're just poking. They're not forcing anything except for Mikey. Mikey's gonna go in. It's a challenge though.
Does get challenged, and Frog sees... Oh, what a flash onto the Hog, but they find Llama King early! The Dragon comes through and finds Frog. Both supports are down, and here comes the Flux from Real Dog! Lifts him high up in the air, but the shield is too strong! Potato refuses to fall! A steadfast man, but falls in the end. Mikey again with a 2 cursing on the beam. The both supports have returned to the point. Frog just being a nuisance as usual on the loose, but Llama King is left to his devices. Frog finds Sly, so a good starting pick, and Hardcore returns and finds Whalefish, so it's not over just yet. This could be returned, and this could be a no-tick fight! Tech Boy finds Hardcore, so a good start there for the attackers, but the defenders have already returned by the spawns.
They're just gonna back. They didn't even get a tick!
2 CP moment!
Yeah, this is why it's being removed in Overwatch 2.
Thank God. One more season event, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, 2 more seasons. Never mind, because Overwatch 2 is coming out April, so we get 2 more seasons out of Overwatch 1 with 2 CP. Yay!
This is assuming Overwatch 2 is released. And that's a hook.
That's a hook, but that's a DM. A very well-placed DM from Rusty Goomba. And Mikey duplicates the legs! Whalefish finds Hardchard, though! Finds Go Seek! But they get Rusty Goomba out of that mech. But the Shatter comes through! It's a big Shatter! Gets 3 members down! Potato!
They gotta be careful, because they still have this Hog on point.
They still have the Hog, but still have the Tactical Visor from the Echo, but it's not going to do enough as the defenders are still there in numbers, in droves, and Hardchar fights Mikey and takes him down.
Alright. Whalefish time. You got Dragon. You also got Hog. You got Flux. Against Beat and Window, mostly. Maybe Visor. But...
Mikey makes that swap over the Ashe as well. Is that a good pick here?
Back to the Ashe. Maybe trying to get ults more quickly. Just trying to get this pick potential because they're not playing quick. There's no one to really go in with Mikey on the Echo. Just kind of alone when he goes.
As we look here, Whalefish trying to land that dragon, but Rusty Goomba has the DM ready and willing, but forced on early immortality field from Sly.
Oh,
the pressure from
chasing Charlie,
Hardchar.
though.
He's gonna get up, but here comes the dragon. It splits off a couple members, but the 2 kills already in favor of the gaming golems. And I think the time bank advantage will be in favor. Frog is just running in the back line.
In favor of Frog. Not the Golems, just Frog.
Yeah, in favor of Frog. I mean,
look at him go. They're gonna chase the Sigma.
Rusty Goomba's looking for that remech. Can he get off the Sigma? He can. He's gonna go for the remech kill, I think. Oh, they do not give it to him. The meme is not good enough to potentially throw away the finals match point, but they get to stagger on Thick Boy as well. Going to help the Diva. Or going to help the Sigma.
And there goes the time bank. As you said, look at it go. It's gone. But look at the ults as well. Almost another shatter. He got everything except for bomb. As the other end, you see Whalefish swapping off the Hanzo. The loss of the pick potential. You just have consistent damage. So you can get a good helix. You can't really secure kills at range as Soldier.
Hard Sharp forcing your mortality field and they have to use the pulse bomb. Charlie's been putting in so much pressure on this backline. Can't really do anything. The pulse bomb goes in the back and finds nothing but Uberzerk with a two-man tactical visor, 3-man tactical visor. Uberzerker, a nice play there to counter out Real Dog on that flux, and Thick Boy goes down.
Once again, they used 4 ults compared to what, 2?
Yes.
I mean, if you see that, you're like, okay, we kind of wish we had that except for time bank, but that's a big commitment by them. They should only have their tank ults. We have Bob, we have a hog, and there you have a horse.
Yeah, the horse swap comes in. Desperation horse swap, and they do force a recall out of Hardchar early there. Whalefish putting in that pressure. Horseman Tree Potato still has that shatters. The shield's got to get around now this time, though, as the Real Dog is there. Already set it up, but Potato could just jump around the corner real quick and lay it down.
Be so free.
I mean, he's waiting for that shield to go
so quickly.
The shield goes down. It's a 3-man, but Sly has the mortality field. Will it be enough?
The bomb is sitting in here. The bomb, though.
The bomb gets nothing. Ghosty uses that Valkyrie, and they get the kill on the Frog. So despite the 3-man shadow, the immortality from Sly is good to keep the team alive. Hardchar fends Whalefish, but Hardchar finds another one. Hardchar going crazy. Hardchar has a pulse bomb, chucks it in, gets nothing, and they invest the window as well.
The pulse just melts them through the lamp.
And with 43 seconds remaining in the time bank, it's looking like desperate times for desperate measures for the Wakanda BBQs. They have nothing in terms of ults.
They have nothing. And look at Frog. He gets the stagger. Oh no.
My.
Look at this man. Look at him just casually just run away, spamming his voice lines. He's going back.
And of course, we gotta go into the comms here for the game, and Golems. This could be the winning moment. We'll see what they say.
Giddy bop beep bop. Stay half HP right. Can you swing out Siggy's on Mega now? App is full. I look to you as a belt, but now you're in my way. Let's go! Let's go, dude!
Ah,
GG's.
I'm so proud of my team. You guys are awesome.
We fucking did it. Frog's the MVP. Okay, Frog's the MVP.
Yeah. Oh my
We're
God.
a losing team before we got over right even.
True.
I love you all so much.
Holy shit.
Let's
go,
Let's
dude.
collect you guys next season.
Let's go.
Oh shit.
Yo, 21 kill streak. Let's go.
Oh.
And there you have it. The Gaming Golems are your Season 3 Gopherwatch League champions. We got the winning moment on film. What a series we just witnessed, Fedora. It went the distance. It went back and forth between these teams. But somebody had to take it, and it's going to be the Gaming Golems, our number 2 seed, take home the championship. The Core Wills Trophy comes home.
Yeah, really good performance there. Especially, they just had the consistency to take it all the way. They just kept up the mental. They kept up everything. They were just ready. Looking pretty good there in the end as well.
And now, we, of course, have to bid farewell to the Wakanda BBQs. One hell of a bounce back. You know, again, like you cited, they start off very well in the regular season. They trade a bunch of their players. And then they kind of had a weird mishmash roster. They trade for Mikey. They bring him in. And they kind of get this rebirth behind Mikey coming in, becoming that Captain Whalefish as well. This DPS line was absolutely disgusting today. Whalefish and Mikey should keep those heads high, especially Whalefish coming in here as a free agent, put on one hell of a performance here in our biggest stage at Gopherwatch. Definitely look out for him in the future, but we did bid farewell to them as their season has come to an end, one map short of the final goal. And now we are in the unenviable position of selecting an MVP. Now, it's very easy to give it to Frog, of course. I mean, he had just an ungodly performance on the support today.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, but every single player on the team could get it, but my vote is for Frog. I don't know about you.
I think it's pretty safe to give. And a good candidate could also be Charlie, able to put on, even though he's off-rolling to the DPS, still able to put in a lot of value. Uber himself as well, coming in as a pretty low SR, but not really having it be seen in his DPS. I think overall Frog is probably the best bet though.
You gotta imagine Hardchar and Uber's parents are very happy that the twins brought it home.
Yes, they get the famous Discord role.
It took home the championship. But gotta give it to Frog there. He had one hell of a day. We can bring him in for a real quick interview. We've been going for 3.5 hours, so we will make this fast. But we gotta hear from our champions. So let's move it on into our casters. And there he is, the MVP of the Grand Finals for Season 3. Hopefully he is, of course, here. Frog.
Hello.
There he is.
No,
he actually did.
Once again,
nope, he said hello, so he is here.
No, he's gonna have to roll out to get here quickly.
So, of course, congratulations are in order, Frog. You come in as a free agent for the Gaming Golems, a struggling team. Bring him in, bring him back from the brink. The whole team comes together really well towards the end there. Had put on a hell of a run in the playoffs, all the way to the Grand Finals Championship. So, first and foremost, congratulations. How does it feel to be the Corey Wales Trophy recipient for this year?
Thank you. It feels pretty good. I don't really know what to say beyond that. Shout out my team.
I mean, you summarized it pretty well there. Hey, feels good, man. I mean, after a series like that, an 8 mapper, the mental's a little gone at this point, and every time we go in for a comms check, we hear you doing doing whatever you're doing.
He's the scat man.
He is
we scattered through the pain.
He is
scat through the pain.
Indeed, the scat man. So, I mean, I'll leave it to Fedora to ask one question, then I'll give you El Clasico, and we'll send you on your way to celebrate the rest of your team.
So, what goes through your mind when you play like a diva to contest a pocketed flyer?
Oh, I don't know. It's just like there's maybe a 1 in 100 chance that I get a kill, or not even a kill, but hit a couple good shots, and then it looks cool, and then I feel good.
So you just do it for your own feels and to look cool.
Yeah, pretty much.
Understandable. Honestly, that's all you really need.
He's chasing the serotonin, whatever the happy pill is. He's chasing that happy chemical.
Dopamine? Is that the one?
Dopamine. There you go. Well done.
Yeah.
But
yeah, big dopamine guy.
Now we do have to ask El Clasico, and it is the ultimate El Clasico. If you could not be the Grand Finals MVP, who on your team would you give it to? We need to know.
Anyways.
Did my Discord crash?
No, you're still here.
Okay, so he's
doing a quick rollout, I think.
He's going for that pawn soak we're talking about. He's got
his PC crashed. Yo, it wasn't you to crash this time though. Let's go.
It was not me that crashed. So
this is a new one.
You know what? We'll answer it for him. I would give it. Yeah. We're aware. Our other person would probably be Hardchar. Do you agree? I mean, I think it would have been Hardchar.
I think for us, yeah. But I'm still curious.
I mean, he can answer in the voice chat later. He can answer in the general's lad later. But it's over. Season 3 is behind us. Shout out to the BBQs for a great season. Shout out to all of our teams for a great season. I think this is definitely the most competitive season of Gopherwatch we've ever had. And it's definitely the largest by any means necessary. So, thank you everybody so much as a commissioner for joining this league and having a good time, hopefully. And with that being said, we are officially done here for 2 weeks. So I get a bit of a break. But anyway, huge shout out to Fedora Master today for coming on and casting with me this absolute giga banger of a match. Thank you so much for casting with me basically the entire season. We were kind of the duo to do it. Whenever nobody wanted to cast it, we hopped in and did it. But
It's like, oh, it needs to be done? Okay, I got it.
But yes, again, everybody, thank you so much for watching. It's an absolute great series, over 3 hours long, of Map 8 Giga Banger, and the Gaming Golems, congratulations for being our Season 3 champions. Expect your shiny Discord role within the next 15 minutes or so. Thank you everybody so much for watching. We'll see you for the draft in a couple of weeks here. Stay tuned to sign up if you haven't. And anyway, for the last time in Season 3, stay safe, stay healthy, and have a great rest of your evening.